Stations down the line, we will be at 10:29. We will go blank, no music playing, go silent, and then at 10:30 we will start up the bumper music to open up the show. Again, at 10:29 exactly, we will go silent, and then at 10:30 we will begin our broadcast. Thank you for joining us.
It's time for the AHSAA Radio Network's presentation of the Super 7, presented by Thompson Tractor and Russell Dewitt Center.
Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium. Corey LeBounty and Luke Robinson here with you this morning, bringing you the 3A state championship game between the Mobile Christian Leopards and the Madison Academy Mustangs. Want to thank everyone for having us tuned in this morning, and you couldn't ask for more beautiful weather here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Game number 2 here in the AHSAA Super 7, as last night the 7A state championship game took place, in which your 4-time reigning state champion Thompson Warriors were knocked off by Central of Phoenix City 21-19. And today, Luke Robinson, we're bringing you 3A state championship action.
Certainly going to be a lot of fun. These are two of the more dominant teams in their classification. Both of them undefeated. both of them have the ability to run the score up and stop other people from scoring. I suspect we'll see a lot of scoring in this game, too. Got some fantastic running backs in particular. Got some great prospects. One guy that I'm going to really be keeping an eye on for Mobile Christian is Floyd Bacard. In 13 games, he has 73 tackles, 10 sacks, and 25 tackles for a loss. Only a junior, Canadian native, and he's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
You look at Madison Academy, they come in at 14-0, led by head coach Bob Godsey. 5 years at Madison Academy, and Madison Academy no stranger to having won state championships here in the past, 2012, 2013, and 2014. And when you look at the tradition of Madison Academy, it's one that has been established. Mobile Christian, on the other hand, has been here a couple of times and come away the bridesmaid. And today they're trying to win their first ever state championship in school history, and they're led by Ronnie Cottrell. And Coach Cottrell, no stranger to high school football here in the state of Alabama, as he was the former recruiting coordinator for the Alabama Crimson Tide, along with having traveled to Florida State, being the recruiting coordinator for Bobby Bowden there. Now leading this Mobile Christian Leopard team in his 8th season, 3A region champions. They have a mammoth offensive line, and it's going to be great to see Damian Gadsden, their quarterback, who is a baseball player, verbally committed to South Alabama Jaguars to play baseball. This young man has completed 2,300 yards and has 22 touchdowns. So it's going to be fun to watch him along with P.J. Brown and Jason Todd. But you mentioned it, Luke, both of these teams with phenomenal running and rushing games. It's going to be something to keep an eye on all morning long.
Yeah, all of these players, they're just stacked. Both teams are. You got Bo Cagle, who is a junior center for Mobile Christian, as you mentioned. That offensive line, absolutely huge. P.J. Brown, only a sophomore, just running all. And then I mentioned Floyd Bacard, who's a junior defensive lineman, also uncommitted. But on Madison Academy side, they've got Reese Baker, who is a senior offensive lineman, big player. I saw some representation for him out of the stadium earlier today. A lot of, it looked like relatives with number 77 Baker shirts on. And number 2, A.J. Rice. He is a junior linebacker, and he's committed to Mississippi State. Of course, long way to go between now and signing day for 2025. And then Madison Academy also has a kid named Ken Cherry, who has done a fantastic job running the ball all year long. And the last couple of games, he has been the one that has led the team to a touchdown at the very end within the last minute of both games. And the most recent one, of course, he scores with about 50 seconds left or so against Geraldine, who a lot of people thought would be here in this state championship game.
3A state championship game between 14-0 Mobile Christian taking on 14-0 Madison Academy. And you loved at this point in time to where you have two undefeated teams and going for that blue map. Of course, the blue map here in the state of Alabama represents you becoming state champion. The runner-up gets a red map of the state of Alabama, and Mobile Christian would love to add that blue map to their trophy case, and Madison Academy would love to add another trophy that is in the shade of blue to them as well. Right around kickoff time, it's going to be 55 degrees, partly cloudy skies, but you'll see the sun shining on this beautiful field here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. And what a tremendous honor it is for these entire organization, both schools, the band, the cheerleaders, the fans, and the players and coaches to be in this electric atmosphere such as Bryant-Denny Stadium or Jordan-Hare Stadium or Protective Stadium in Birmingham. Just getting an opportunity to play in this massive arena, it just doesn't get any better than that, Luke.
Yeah, it's so much fun every year. Look, even when you don't have a lot of prospects to watch. I mean, last night it was almost like watching a college game with Thompson and Phoenix City out there. But after this game, of course, you have the 1A state championship, and they're not going to be it's going to look like there's not many people here because this is a cavernous, huge facility, right? But what you have to realize is that's just about everybody in those respective communities. I love the lower classification games as much as anything because those are some of the most passionate fan bases you will ever find. They have their heart and soul tied into this, just like the people here from Mobile Christian and Madison Academy. And it is certainly an honor to be able to play in this stadium. You got to remember, for a lot of kids that are out there today, this will be their last opportunity to play true organized football. Now, some of them will go on and play in college. They'll have that opportunity, but not everybody will. So this is a huge stage for them to play here in one of the largest on-campus facilities in the country. And, look, when this place is filled up, it's one of the largest cities in the state of Alabama. So it's not going to be full today, but it doesn't matter. It's going to feel that way. The anxiety will be there. The pressure will be there. The enthusiasm will be there. This is so much fun every single year, whether it's in Bryant-Denny or Jordan-Hare or Progressive Stadium in Birmingham. This is just an absolute blast every single year.
It really is. And once again, being treated to two undefeated teams. And it's also a privilege for these officials to be chosen to work this Super 7 game because they've worked just as hard the entire season. And when you have a mixed crew that comes in from different organizations across the state of Alabama, they have to work as a cohesive unit and have an outstanding game. And, of course, today we also will be able to have the challenge flag. The replay system. We saw the red flags come out in the game yesterday in the 7A state championship game. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. And again, congratulations to all the wonderful AHSAA officials, not only throughout the entire season, but those who got the call to be a part of this Super 7 championship crew. And we're looking forward to a tremendous 3A state championship game between Mobile Christian and Madison Academy. And when we come back, we'll be checking in with both head coaches, Ronnie Cottrell, along with Bob Godsey, here at Bryant-Denny Stadium for the 3A state championship game.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
This season, Jack's is cooking up 3 ways to satisfy your hunger. Always fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded chicken sandwiches. Introducing the new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. Sweet, kicked up, and delicious. The always fresh fan-favorite cheesy bacon with crispy bacon and warm cheesy sauce, and everyone loves the Southern Fried Classic. The Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all 3. Only at Jack's. All about the South.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
At Andrew Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
From our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here treating patients from every generation.
From our local community.
From the state of Alabama.
Across the United States.
And from around the world.
As respected industry leaders,
we are here working hard for you.
Utilizing the most advanced technology.
In an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine.
At Andrew Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
You may not be a high school athlete, but if you have a sports-related injury, Encore Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine can deliver treatment that will get you back into your game. Injuries occur every day in all the sports you play. Encore provides physical therapy for minor injuries as well as rehab following surgery. Play hard, play to win. But when injuries occur, rely on Encore. With locations across Alabama, there's an Encore near you. Log on to EncoreRehab.com.
Future One's team sales started with a simple idea, a functional scout team jersey for teams who want to win. Their business was built around selling gear in a way that just makes sense. High quality, at an affordable price, with unbeatable customer service. Every coach and team deserves our best effort and the best product, regardless of program size, record, or history. We pride ourselves in having a competitive team that is dedicated to our customers. We work with you to find the right gear for your program at the right price. Future Ones is a corporate sponsor of the AHSAA.
We are getting ready for the 3A state championship game. We're pleased to be joined by head coach Ronnie Cottrell of the Mobile Christian Leopards. Coach, have you gone Hollywood on us? What's with the shades?
Well, Thursday at 12, I had a detached retina repair, so I'm having to wear this. But I'm sorry. I apologize to my listeners and people that's watching, but we're just really, really excited to be here with you today.
Well, they say your future's so bright you got to wear shades. Did you wear them during that thrilling semifinal win?
I did.
To get to the championship game.
We did, and it was a great game. St. James eliminated us last year, 35-7, and they kind of made us like it, if you know what I'm saying. So it was a really big win for us. Great quarterback, and I mean, we had to hold them at the end to keep from losing the game. So it was what you look for in a semifinal, I guess.
How did that game stay so close? You had 5 takeaways?
We did.
How were they able to stay in the game?
Well, because we never were scoring early, but they made some stops. We made some stops. It was just a back and forth game. They're very well coached. Coach Neil Posey is a new head coach there, just did an outstanding job. But it was one to remember for sure, Kevin. Obviously,
again, to get to this point, to be one game away from the state championship, who's going to have to step up for you? Coach P.J. Brown, obviously, had a big game for you in the semifinals. I had him with 14 carries, 212 yards, 3 touchdowns, one of them from 78 yards, and he's only a sophomore. How special is he?
He's very special. He's a middle infielder in baseball and just a really, really good athlete. But it starts with our offensive line. This is the biggest and the best offensive line that I've had since I've been at Mobile Christian. We used to want to have a 300-pound guy. We have 4 on this football team. So we have good size and strength. But PJ has great quickness, and he reads the blocks well. And probably, if the truth be known, Damian Gatson has had so much to do with what we've done offensively. He's been our quarterback. He's a commitment to South again for baseball, full commitment. And but he has managed our game so well. We've had very few turnovers, very few, and I think on the defensive side we've created a lot of takeaways, as you saw last night.
Yeah, and usually turnover battle often tells you who's going to win a football game. Yes. You always want to come out on top in that. Now, you've been perfect this season. On the scoreboard, not perfect, obviously, play-by-play execution, as you saw last night. However, is there any danger when you beat someone like St. James? They're defending state champs. They knocked you out last year. That's an accomplishment. Any danger that your guys might be a little too, that was the mountaintop for them? How do you push them one step forward?
Well, we're going to try to get started as soon as we can on Madison Academy, which is a great program. Bob Godsey is a great football coach. But as quickly as we can get past this one, I think is going to be important. It was a big win, but this has been a really different group for me, Coach. We've only been behind twice this year. We were behind to start the game against Trinity, and we were behind last night, for the game with St. James. But they're very poised, they're very resilient, so I don't know. I think this is something that we've wanted. We set our goal at the start of the season to play 15 games, and so we did it. Now we need to go up there and try to take care of business against another very good football team.
Well, Coach Ronnie Cottrell, with Mobile Christian, one game away from that 3A state championship. He's got a detached retina. He's going to try to detach that blue map from the hands of Alvin Briggs.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do you need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do you need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Fried Classic. The Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all three. Only at Jack's. All about the South.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
We are getting ready for the 3A state championship game, and we are pleased to be joined by the head coach of number 2 ranked Madison Academy, Coach Bob Godsey. Coach, first of all, congratulations on a great season.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How thrilling was that semifinal when you had to go the distance to get that one, didn't you?
Well, we've been the distance a few times here through this run. I don't think anyone can say we backed in, but it was thrilling. It was everything high school football should be. Especially in a semifinal match to get an opportunity to play for a state championship. It was an amazing night. Both teams played their hearts out. We're just happy that we came out on the top side.
You beat Geraldine 48-43. Your senior running back Ken Cherry, he scores the winning touchdown with 57 seconds left. One of his 5 touchdowns on the night. And he wasn't exactly 100%, was he?
No, Ken had the flu all week, so he very, very limited practice time. Felt a little better later in the week, but you could tell even early in the game, I don't think he was really himself. He's just a little sluggish and trying to get it figured out. But in the fourth quarter, I mean, he really reached deep and came up big, and made some unbelievable runs on the last 2 drives that we had. But that's Ken Cherry. That's who he is. He's a microcosm of this team. That we just keep playing, keep working, and as great a player as he is, he's an even better person.
That's what you love to see, don't you, as a head coach?
It makes it much easier when your dudes are your dudes. It makes it hard for all the others to not fall in line, and we're fortunate in that between he and all of our leaders, senior leaders. They do things the right way and makes it much easier.
What's been special? I know every team is different each year. Is there a characteristic or a personality that this team has forged throughout this season to this point?
Well, I think the thing is their unity in the culture. Buy into the culture and their unity. It's heartwarming for me as a coach. An old coach. On top of that, you interview these guys in the paper and in the news and all that. And they're always talking about each other. They're not really talking about themselves and I think they really have bought into that. And I think in the wars that we've been in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think you really got to have that trust and that, accountability factor that comes with, unity and love of each other. And, I really think that's, pulled us through here, especially these last 2 games.
What kind of confidence does that give you going into the championship game against Mobile Christian, knowing that if it is a tight game, you've been there before and your guys know how to handle it?
Well, I think hopefully, like I said, it should give us confidence in that we've been in 3 really close ones, really tight ones, and when that was kind of one of the things people said we hadn't been in a close one. Well, the last 3 weeks we have, and our guys have stepped up. So you would hope it would give us confidence. I'm sure there'll be some warming up, kind of figuring out period, being on the big stage. I feel like these guys will handle that as well. And just excited for the opportunity. I'm excited for these guys to have that opportunity.
Do you do anything special to prepare for that big stage, playing in Bryant-Denny Stadium where these guys have watched games, they've gone to games, and it's a pretty special place?
It is. No, we talk a lot about respecting the moment and respecting the opportunity, but these guys have created that for themselves. So we want them to enjoy it as well. And so we'll talk a lot about that, but at the same time, I don't think you really have to do much motivation. They know what's at stake. They know the opportunity that they have. The excitement is there. You may have to bridle it back a little bit, as you go through the week.
Right. Well, Coach Bob Gotze, again, congratulations getting to the state championship game. The 3A state championship game against Mobile Christian should be a good one. You don't want to miss it.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Before you buy your next new vehicle, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices on pre-owned vehicles, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
I'm Brad at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. To find your next car, truck, or SUV, visit us at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices and huge inventory, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Be sure to like our Larry Puckett Chevrolet Facebook page. Who knows, you could be our next winner.
Save time and save money at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do you need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
8758.
Encore is proud to be Alabama's largest privately owned rehabilitation company. Encore's professional team of physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, and athletic trainers deliver rehab services for individuals following a surgery, an accident, or illness. Encore's ultimate goal is to restore movement, function, and independence to each individual. Tell your doctor you choose Encore for your rehabilitation. Log on to EncoreRehab.com for a location near you.
Okay, somebody's not wearing their seatbelt.
I don't wear seatbelts. Might wrinkle my shirt.
That's okay. I'm sure they can iron it before the funeral.
What funeral?
Yours. Almost 70% of people who die in car crashes aren't wearing a seatbelt.
Okay. There. You happy?
Just happy to be alive.
Seatbelts. It's hard to live without them. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
This season, Jax is cooking up 3 ways to satisfy your hunger. Always fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded chicken sandwiches. Introducing the new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. Sweet, kicked up, and delicious. The always fresh fan favorite cheesy bacon with crispy bacon and warm cheesy sauce, and everyone loves the Southern Fried Classic. The Jax Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all 3. Only at Jax. All about the South.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, the new Coke Zero Sugar is a must-try for any Coke fan. So make sure you... Jim. Jim. We're on the air.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me. Your thoughts, Jen?
Well, can I have a sip?
Jen, we're in the middle of reporting the news.
I need to try it first.
At Andrew Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
From our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here treating patients from every generation.
From our local community,
From the state of Alabama.
across the United States,
And from around the world.
as respected industry leaders,
We are here, working hard for you.
Utilizing the most advanced technology.
In an effort to provide you with
excellence in sports medicine.
At Andrew Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
You may not be a high school athlete, but if you have a sports-related injury, Encore Rehabilitation and Sports Medicine can deliver treatment that will get you back into your game. Injuries occur every day in all the sports you play. Encore provides physical therapy for minor injuries as well as rehab following surgery. Play hard, play to win. But when injuries occur, rely on Encore. With locations across Alabama, there's an Encore near you. Log on to EncoreRehab.com.
Future One's team sales started with a simple idea, a functional Scout team jersey for teams who want to win. Their business was built around selling gear in a way that just makes sense, high quality, at an affordable price, with unbeatable customer service. Every coach and team deserves our best effort and the best product, regardless of program size, record, or history. We pride ourselves in having a competitive team that is dedicated to our customers. We work with you to find the right gear for your program at the right price. Future Ones is a corporate sponsor of the AHSAA.
We welcome you to Bryant-Denny Stadium in the Madison Academy Mustangs. Corey LeBounty, along with Luke Robinson, joining you on this beautiful Thursday morning as we are getting to start the day with 3A state championship football. And Luke, you have to be excited about these two undefeated 14-0 teams trying to secure a first blue map for Mobile Christian and trying to bring one back to Madison Academy for the first time since 2014.
Yeah, both of these teams have a lot of experience for sure in this type of venue. Now, of course, Mobile Christian has not won a title before, and Madison Academy certainly has. I mean, they have a long line of fantastic guys that have even gone on to do great things in the NFL. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Two of the most dominant teams in any classification when it comes to Madison Academy and Mobile Christian. Both of them undefeated. Both of them have faced some adversity. Both of them have they know what it takes to win. This is going to be a fantastic ball game.
And when you look back to their semifinal game, Mobile Christian wins 34-30 over St. James in a very wacky game to where it came down to an onside kick being recovered. And you look at Geraldine being the losers to Madison Academy 48-43 in their semifinal game. So two close semifinal games, and when you look at what both of these teams are averaging offensively, 49.4 points per game for Madison Academy, 41.9 for the Mobile Christian Leopards. And when you talk to these coaches and players about what it's going to take to secure this win, offensive line play and getting off to an early start for the Mobile Christian Leopards is going to be very important. And for Madison Academy, keys to winning, they must always protect the football and tackle well in space, because, Luke, it's not often to where when you have 2,000-yard backs, because you look at Ken Cherry for Madison Academy, 2,700 yards rushing, and then he has his counterpart in Joshua Williams, 1,456 yards. Well, that is a 1-2 punch. And then you look at the other side for Mobile Christian, Damian Gadsden, their quarterback, 2,300 rushing yards, and he has a back 1,783 yards with P.J. Brown. So it's one of those situations to where the quarterback for Mobile Christian is a dual-threat quarterback. He can also throw the football very efficiently and effectively. Madison Academy, no secret as to what their head coach Bob Gonzi wants to do. And also, Luke, both of these coaches have won state championships. You look at Coach Gonzi, his state championship coming with Hartzell. And on the flip side of that, Coach Cottrell's state championship coming when he was in Florida coaching. So there are state championship coaches here who want to go ahead and secure their own legacy at their school. Madison Academy's Coach Gonzi, he's been there for 5 seasons, and Ronnie Cottrell being at Mobile Christian for 8 seasons. So we're going to have a special 3A state championship game matchup here. Two undefeated teams, 14-0. Beautiful weather for this morning's contest, kicking off right at 56 degrees as both teams were introduced. Every single player on the roster got an opportunity to hear their names called over the public address system here at Bryant-Denny Stadium as the captains now are getting ready to go to midfield. And that's a special moment for both of these teams to have their names called, every single player on the roster.
Yeah, I'm looking out there now as they're getting ready for the coin toss, number 77 for Madison Academy. That is a large human being, Reese Baker, one of the not commitments, but one of the prospects for the next level on this Madison Academy team. My goodness, he is a big man. He's got to be able to open up some big holes for Ken Cherry. You talked about him, the running back for Madison Academy. The last 2 games in the playoffs, he's the one that scored the final touchdown with right at a minute or a little less than a minute to go. I mean, what a storybook type thing this would be for him to cap it off with a state championship. But Mobile Christian's going to have a lot to say about that.
The captains at midfield right now for Mobile Christian, you have Captain Camden Lawson along with Kentonio Kelly, also a captain for the Leopards, Jordan Woolard, along with number 56, Diego Camboa. And for Madison Academy, on the flip side, you have the captains. Brock Horton is at midfield, along with Jackson Reese, and you mentioned the mammoth size of Reese Baker, the 6'5", 290-pound senior out at midfield, along with his teammate Kenyon Cherry. So those are your team captains, and Madison Academy will have on the maroon jerseys with the maroon pants, with the gold numbers, maroon helmets with their mascot of that nice stallion there, or Mustang on the helmet rather. And, you know, Mobile Christian comes in with the white jerseys, white pants, blue helmets with the leopard's scratches on the helmet. And we're getting ready for kickoff here, Luke.
And here we go. And like you said, Reese Baker out there just really stands out to me. Just such a boy. How would you like to be the guy that has to feed him on Christmas morning? I mean,
listen, he hasn't missed a meal or two. The big fella getting it in here, but this is what's going to be great. It's going to be great trench warfare, defensively and offensively. Now, what you'll also see here in the smaller classifications, 1A, 2A, and 3A, you'll see a lot of players play both ways, and that's something to keep an eye on today as key athletes play offensively and defensively for these teams, as the PA system is turned up to full blast as we're getting ready for kickoff here of this 2023 3A state championship game between the Mobile Christian Leopards and the Madison Academy Mustangs. The Mustangs, 3A Region 7 is where they come from. The Mobile Christian Leopards come from 3A Region 1. And Luke, toe to leather, you've seen many of these kicks by Carter Lewis go into the back of the end zone. It's a phenomenal weapon when you're able to have a kicker as efficient and effective as this young man has been.
Definitely. And look, anytime you have a big-time kicker in high school, that is an incredible weapon because they don't come around very often. This is a beautiful kick that's going to sail into the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, that's exactly how they wanted to start this game from a field position standpoint, as now you look at Mobile Christian defensively trying to slow down this high-powered offense, and the quarterback for Madison Academy does a great job. Jake Poldiak, he will come in and be effective here with this running game as it's 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line for the Mustangs. Shotgun running back to the left, and he will get ready to take the snap, takes the snap, and does hand it off around the right end. Is going Kenyon Cherry, not going too far. Looks like he's going to gain maybe 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, they tried to go behind Big Reese Baker right there. Kentonio Kelly, the fabulous linebacker for Mobile Christian, right there to make the play. Gain of really not even 1.
2nd down and 10 yards to go, and shotgun position as the offensive line switches formations. Mobile Christian with 4 defensive linemen. The handoff to Cherry right up the middle. Ooh. Not much room, and he's swallowed up quickly by Trey Matthews.
Yeah, big-time tackle right there by Trey Matthews. I mean, he just shot through the gap and was able to bring down Ken Cherry for really no gain. I mean, they're unbelievable. I mean, Ken Cherry has been having such a fabulous last couple of weeks, and Mobile Christian looks ready right now.
3rd down and 10 yards to go. Poldiak in the shotgun with 1 running back to his left. He's going to drop back, and there's going to be a flag on the play. We'll have a flag on the play right before we get started, and we'll wait for the official to call it.
Encroachment.
Yeah,
defense.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, I can't tell who it is. I'll be able to see it in just a second. It looked like maybe that's number 57 was lined up just a hair past where he needed to be into the neutral zone, and I wondered if they were going to call it. I'm telling you, he was barely over, but using these fantastic binoculars our producer Tommy Woods letting me borrow, I was able to see. And look, it looks like he's almost doing it again. This is a different player, number 22 this time, though.
Shotgun position, Podiak to throw, drop right around the first down yardage needed to gain. Jackson Reese was not able to pull in that pass, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and 5 yards to go now for Madison Academy. They're going to have to go ahead and put this on their foot to begin this contest.
Yeah, and it actually went through the hands of one player, almost into the hands of another Madison Academy player. Neither one of them able to haul it in. And number 13, Michael Moore, at 5'7", 165, is back deep to field this punt.
Reese to punt it away. Jackson Reese punt looks like it's going to be marked off right around, the official keeps running up, right around the 46-yard line. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Mobile Christian Leopards at their own 46-yard line as we are underway here in this 3A state championship game. We want to thank everyone for tuning in to the AHSAA radio network. Corey LeBounty along with Luke Robinson bringing you all of today's 3A action.
Let's see if Mobile Christian's going to try and get their running game going here early with P.J. Brown, and they do.
Damian Gadsden in the shotgun position is going to hand it off, and it's an immediate tackle by Josh Williams. Josh Williams comes up and makes the tackle after a short gain of 1 yard. So 1 yard gain for the Leopards on first down as Gadsden in shotgun position, split backs to his left and his right. He takes the snap, hands it underneath, a nice size hole for Tyler Long. Correction, P.J. Brown. P.J. Brown, the 5'8", 158-pound sophomore on the carry.
Both teams, we were talking about both teams average a lot of points. And so far, it's been tough sledding out there against these defenses.
You look at now, it's going to be what we call money down. 3rd down and 5 yards to go for the Leopards. Shotgun position. Back to his left, underneath handoff. Dancing around, looking for somewhere to go. P.J. Brown, nowhere to go there for P.J. Brown.
No, and Madison Academy was definitely ready for that. Fantastic defense, just the perfect alignment against that particular play. I think they had a feeling, look, Mobile Christian, right now they have great field position. They're not going to risk anything by trying to put it in the air, and they did go with the ground game, and it didn't pay off. But they're still winning the battle of field position right now.
Mobile Christian going from left to right is getting ready to punt this football away will be Carter Lewis. And Carter Lewis, again, with the phenomenal leg that he has, he's going to punt the football away. Fair catch, signal and dropped, and it's going to be recovered by Madison Academy right around the 12-yard line. That would have been a huge play as Mobile Christian almost came away with it, but Jackson Reese was able to get back on top of it.
Yeah, that could have been very, very dangerous. Again, another reason that Mobile Christian probably played it very safe right there. They know that if they get a decent punt, hey, look, you're looking up. It's a bright, sunny day. Anything can happen. It's a big stage, and it's tough to catch a punt here when you're not used to playing in a stadium this size.
1st and 10 from their own 12-yard line. Madison Academy in the shotgun position, hands it off to Josh Williams. Josh Williams trying to bounce it to the outside, and this Mobile Christian defense has great pursuit.
There's Floyd Bacard. I talked about him, the Canadian native. He's had, 25 tackles for loss this year. Almost had another one there. May have gained about a half a yard.
And we're in the first quarter of action. 0-0 our score. Madison Academy with their second offensive possession. Their quarterback in shotgun hands it off, but not before a flag is thrown, and that's normally in the area of a false start. We saw the penalty earlier on Mobile Christian lining off sides and getting called encroachment, but
false start, offense, 5 yards, 2nd down.
It's such an interesting mind game right now, and you think it's so early in the game, and it's true, it is very early in the game, so everybody's just feeling this out. But right now, Mobile Christian is going to be pretty conservative because they know they got the field position. And I think Madison Academy is going to be pretty conservative because they're backed up against their own goal line now. So it's going to be which team is going to take that big shot first.
2nd down and 15 yards to go for Madison Academy in the shotgun position. looking to pass. The pass is complete in the flat to Jaden Etienne, and Etienne quickly covered up right around the outside by Samaje Law.
What a great play by Samaje Law. He was being blocked, and he just stood his ground and was able to keep the other offensive player blocking him, not able to push him backwards. So then as soon as the receiver made his commitment, he was able to go with him and make that tackle.
3rd down and 13 yards to go for Madison Academy. The ball's on their own 9-yard line here, as there's going to be trips to the right, one back in the backfield with Podiak. He's going to drop back to pass, tries to step up in the pocket. He gets it away, and it's going to be caught around the midfield area. And that's an outstanding catch by Jaden Etienne, as stepping up in the pocket, being able to buy a couple of extra seconds on 3rd and 13. A tremendous game for the Mustangs.
You know, I wondered who's going to take that first shot, and that wasn't exactly a Hail Mary, but it was a bit of a shot. And great job by Podiak to keep his wherewithal, be able to spot a receiver downfield. I thought his knee may have gone down, but great job not keeping his knee off the ground so that he could get forward a little bit more.
1st and 10 Mustangs from their own 44. A little pass on the outside to the perimeter, covered up nicely by Mobile Christian, as that pass is completed to Jackson Reese on the outside.
And another, just trying to feel this defense out kind of play. And I think they're just trying to make it where, look, we've got to open up that middle so that our running back can eventually pop one.
And that pass was for 35 yards on that 3rd down and 13 yards to go. It does keep the drive alive, and now we're looking at 2nd down and 9 yards to go on the 45-yard line of Madison Academy. Shotgun, handoff underneath. And Mobile Christian's defense, Kentonio Kelly shoots the gap, and not much going so far for this running game.
Yeah, Kentonio Kelly, what a nose for the ball he has. I mean, he's just around it every single time. Very, very fast, fantastic instincts.
And now we're at 3rd down and 8 yards to go with the football on Madison Academy's 46-yard line. Podiak in the shotgun position with the back to his left. He's dropping back, looking. Pass is intercepted by Samaje Law. 5'9", 143-pound sophomore picks off a huge pass, and we have our first turnover of the game. And we'll see here if Mobile Christian is able to capitalize. The ball's going to be spotted right at the 49-yard line of Madison Academy, but not before stepping underneath the route. Samaje Law with a big-time interception for Mobile Christian.
Yeah, that was a fantastic play by Law, his 2nd big play of the game so far.
You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network, the 3A state championship game between Mobile Christian and Madison Academy. We'll be right back.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Before you buy your next new vehicle, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices on pre-owned vehicles, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
I'm Brad at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. To find your next car, truck, or SUV, visit us at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices and huge inventory, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Be sure to like our Larry Puckett Chevrolet Facebook page. Who knows, you could be our next winner.
Save time and save money at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
At Andrew Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Center.
From our home base right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
We are here treating patients from every generation.
From our local community,
From the state of Alabama.
across the United States,
And from around the world.
as respected industry leaders,
We are here, working hard for you.
Utilizing the most advanced technology.
In an effort to provide you with
First and 10, Mobile Christian after the interception. They're 21st of the season, scrambling out to the left. The pass is complete in the flat. A great job of hooking up with Michael Moore. Damian Gadsden hooking up with Michael Moore, and Mobile Christian quickly on the march.
Yeah, beginning to see why they didn't want to punt to Michael Moore there on that first punt from Madison Academy. He is a water bug.
First and 10 for the Leopards from the Mustangs' 35-yard line as you see Gadsden in shotgun position, one back to his right, that back being P.J. Brown. Waiting for the snap. The ball is handed off to Brown. Great pursuit that time by Madison Academy's Austin Chambers, the 6'3", 260-pound senior.
I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Both of these defenses are going to force the offenses to take some shots. They're just crowding that line. They're anticipating the run on just about every play.
Here, the 3A state championship game. Corey LeBounty and Luke Robinson, 2nd and 13. Madison Academy 0, Mobile Christian 0. Mobile Christian trying to capitalize off of this turnover. Gadsden with the shot downfield. Touchdown for the Mobile Christian Leopards. Aaron Rogers on the receiving end of that beautiful touchdown pass being thrown by the quarterback, Damian Gadsden.
How about that loaf of bread coming in from the second floor? Just so easy to catch. Beautiful, beautiful pass. Probably about 45 yards in the air. I'm telling you, Jalen Milroe right here in Bryant-Denny Stadium couldn't have thrown that one any better.
2nd down and 13 yards to go, and you see an outstanding touchdown pass of 38 yards being made. The point after attempt by Carter Lewis is going to be up and good. And with 4:35 remaining in the first quarter, our score here in the 3A state championship game, the Mobile Christian Leopards 7, the Madison Academy Mustangs 0. You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network. Corey LeBounty along with Luke Robinson joining you here from Bryant-Denny Stadium. And what a glorious and beautiful day it is. 57 degrees it is currently, and you look at the shot that was taken by Mobile Christian, just biding their time, and it was a tremendous job of him hitting him in stride. You mentioned the over the shoulder. That's the 23rd touchdown that has been thrown by Damian Gadsden. And it was a big-time catch as well as, like you said, it couldn't have been any better catching him in full stride.
Just an absolutely gorgeous pass. And you know what's interesting about it? The previous play where P.J. Brown was tackled for a loss, you could tell that Gaston, he clapped his hands in frustration, almost saying, hey, give me one shot to go deep and let's see what happens. And that's exactly what he did.
And here we are, 4:35 remaining in the first quarter. Mobile Christian points off of turnovers there as they're getting ready to kick this off. Carter Lewis is going to have himself another touchback as Madison Academy will take over on their 3rd offensive possession here of the first quarter of this 3A state championship game. And as we mentioned, both of these teams high-scoring, potent offenses. Mobile Christian comes in averaging 41.9 points per game, and Madison Academy averages 49.4 points per game. Podiak going to try to shake off that interception. He's in the shotgun with the back to his right. Back goes into the flat. The pass is complete. Complete to Kenyon Cherry, and he is able to scamper for positive yardage. It looks like he's going to be right at the sticks for the first down.
Yeah, now that we've broken the seal on some scoring, I suspect you'll see these teams begin to opening it up a little bit more.
Again, he is going to have enough for that first down, 1st and 10. Madison Academy from their own 30-yard line. Podiak in the shotgun position back to his left. And he's going to call for the snap, and he's going to have it. Going to go ahead and hand it off to Cherry. Bouncing around to the right outside and picks up positive yardage on first down. That's something that you have to love to see, picking up positive yardage on first down for the Mustangs.
Yeah, it's good to start trying to get some yardage so that you're not always behind the chains. You're absolutely right.
We'll call it 2nd down and 6 yards to go for Madison Academy as they are in the shotgun. Jacob Podiak in the shotgun position with the back to his left. Man in motion is number 7, Mark Drake, and the play right here is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that was number 7, Mark Drake, that he misplayed that ball. I thought it was a nice pass, and I think Drake slowed up for just a second, and then he just misjudged where that ball was going to be. Otherwise, I think that could have been a nice gainer.
And what you see is Drake in motion with that speed and did have an opportunity to catch it, but it's going to be 3rd down now coming up for Madison Academy. 3rd and 6, ball on their own 34-yard line as you have a single back in the backfield. Is Cherry in the shotgun position, calling and waiting on the snap on 3rd down. Looking to his left, throwing to his left. The ball is going to be completed for a 1st down to Mark Drake on the left sideline. And that's a great pass attempt. And what you have to do, Luke, is shake off the fact that you threw an interception moments ago, and it looks like he's done a tremendous job of playing the next play.
Yeah, I think the quarterback and also the receiver this time, he had a lot of trust in him to go right back to him.
Shotgun, 1st and 10 from their own 45. Madison Academy drops back. Podiak. Pass intercepted. This one is going to be returned, and this one is going to be intercepted by Kentonio Kelly. And I mentioned just moments ago about being able to shake off the fact that you had thrown an interception on the last drive. And here it is on the overthrow. Over the outstretched fingertips of his wide receiver is going to lead to the 2nd turnover for Madison Academy. And we'll see if the Leopards are going to be able to cash in here. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Leopards from the 37-yard line of the Mustangs.
Another big play by this Mobile Christian defense. And look, after a turnover like that, especially when you're in enemy territory, a lot of times you like to take another shot.
Just right off, 2 wide receivers to the left, 2 to the right, shotgun position, underneath handoff with the ball being secured by P.J. Brown. Brown, the 5'8", 158-pound sophomore running back for the Mobile Christian Leopards, gets positive yardage on 1st down, and the ball will be spotted right at the Mustangs' 33-yard line as the Leopards are going from left to right as you are listening to this broadcast.
Nice run by Brown. Again, getting a little bit ahead of the sticks with a 4-yard gain.
Trip wide receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Gadsden, throw back to P.J. Brown. Brown in the flat. He's going to get a touchdown there for the Leopards. An outstanding design play. You have trips to the left. You roll out to the left. You have the wheel route by Brown, and he's going to get 6.
Absolutely gorgeous play design, just beautiful, and a fantastic play, and the right play, because you do it to the short side of the field. I don't think they believe you're going to go that way. And not only that, I think Mobile Christian actually caught a break, because it looked like to me, as this happened right in front of us, that Madison Academy got into the neutral zone, but it wasn't spotted. And really, if that is called, you don't have that play happen just then. So it worked out great for Mobile Christian.
Carter Lewis to attempt the point after. The point after is up, and it is good. Our new score with 2:16 remaining here in the first quarter of the 3A state championship game. Mobile Christian Leopards 14, the Madison Academy Mustangs 0. You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network. Corey LeBounty along with Luke Robinson joining you this morning. We want to thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. And so far, the turnovers. 2 turnovers by Madison Academy have led to all 14 points for Mobile Christian. And that touchdown pass was in the flat to P.J. Brown, 33 yards. And you look at Damian Gadsden, the young man who is verbally committed to the South Alabama Jaguar baseball program, off to a great start so far. 3 out of, you look at his numbers, 3 out of 3, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Ronnie Cottrell mentioned it early. You must get off to a great start. Get up early on the scoreboard against Madison Academy, and that's exactly what we've seen here. Is we're getting ready for kickoff of this contest now. Once again, Mobile Christian leading 14-0, and Carter Lewis to kick the football away. 2 touchbacks. Make that touchback number 3 for today.
What an absolute weapon to have a leg like that on your side, because a lot of times in high school you've got these dynamic players back returning kicks. And look, that's probably one of the toughest things to do is remain disciplined on kick returns. So you don't want a player, especially from a program the caliber of Madison Academy, returning those kicks, especially when it's Ken Cherry.
Stack wide receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, shotgun position, underneath handoff. And that underneath handoff to Josh Williams is going to gain some positive yardage on first down. And with 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter of this 3A state championship game, Mobile Christian leads Madison Academy 14-0. Second down and 4 yards to go for Madison Academy from their own 26-yard line. Trips to the right, 1 receiver now in motion to the right of the quarterback. Podiak waiting on the snap. He's going to underneath hand it off, and he's going to be tackled after a 1-yard gain at the line of scrimmage. And again, the game is going to be won in the trenches this morning.
Yeah, and this is going to be a big third down here. You don't want to give the ball right back to Mobile Christian. They've got all the momentum going right now.
2 out of 4 so far on third downs, Madison Academy. And this one, the biggest of the game so far. 3rd and 2. 2 receivers, stack receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right, underneath handoff, and don't think he's going to get it, as getting into the gap was Kentonio Kelly.
He's going to be about a half-yard short. And look, I don't know. Some people may think this is too much of a gamble, but I think at this point it's not crazy to at least line up and try and draw them off sides. If not, go for it altogether, because you have to have some faith. You don't want to kick this ball right back to them.
44 seconds remaining in the first quarter of action. 4th down and 1 yard to go for Madison Academy. And they're thinking about it with the ball being at their own 29-yard line.
I wonder if they're going to let the clock know they're good. Looks like they may try and punt it.
And here it is. You do have the snap and a rollout. They are going for it. A nice special teams play, and they're going to find a wide open man running down the middle of the field. Keaton Watson on the special teams, 4th and 1. They were in, looks like a punting formation, but were able to find a streaking Keaton Watson on the 4th down and 1 yard to go. It wasn't a punt. It's just a huge situation there that gets major yardage and a much-needed 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
And I'm going to tell you what, it almost was like a pistol formation, punt formation, whatever the punt pistol would be. And it confused Mobile Christian, as this is a nice play up the middle and may go for 6. And it will. Madison Academy is on the board. And I want to go back to that fantastic play, though. They lined up, and it confused Mobile Christian because you couldn't tell if they were going for it or if they were going to punt in the formation they were in, and they had nobody back, so that was wide open.
I love the momentum that was taken advantage of and the rolling of the dice by Bob Godsey. Does a tremendous job calling that punt / play on 4th and 1. They weren't lined up under the center. He just lined up in shotgun position and was able to throw a strike down the seam to Keaton Watson, kept the drive alive, kind of had Mobile Christian on their heels and reeling, and you go from 4th and 1 at your own 29-yard line to putting 7 points on the board. Our new score here at the end of the first quarter is going to be Mobile Christian 14, Madison Academy 7. You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Academy decided to roll the dice and called not even a fake punt, a designed special teams play to where it looked like they had their quarterback, who you thought would quick kick it. Poldiak does a great job of finding his teammate Keaton Watson streaking down the field, and 3 plays later, Madison Academy scores their first points of the game. And here it is to start the second quarter of action. 14-7, Mobile Christian leads Madison Academy, with Madison Academy kicking the football off.
This is the equivalent of a high squib kick, and it's going to be returned just ever so slightly. But going back to that fabulous play call, now we've seen 2 great offensive sequences by both squads. I mean, just absolutely brilliant play calling.
Yeah, it really was absolutely. On special teams, it's that third phase that gets overlooked. And if you're the special teams coordinator for Mobile Christian, you're probably over there wanting to kick and eat all and bite all the grass on the sidelines that's possible, because on 4th and 1 deep in their own territory, you get that type of stop, and it's the momentum changer. But what you're looking at is a nice swing, and Madison Academy answers that bell and drives down, and now will be Mobile Christian football, 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line. Fake tall sweep on the play by Damian Gadsden, a quarterback keeper. He's going to get a couple on first down, Luke.
Interesting play design there, because you fake pitching it to the left and then you spin around and continue to run to the left. You'd feel like the fake pitch was trying to get everybody to flow that way, and instead he runs right into it for a very minimal gain. But you know what? Damian Gadsden, the quarterback from Mobile Christian, pretty good stat line so far. 3 of 3, 85 yards and 2 touchdowns with a passer rating of 558.
Absolutely electric. Little pot pass going around the right side for Mobile Christian. That one's going to be to Michael Moore as he's run out of bounds on the far right sidelines, right in front of Madison Academy's bench.
11:08 to go here until halftime. It's 14-7, Mobile Christian on top, looking for their first state championship.
And in the first quarter of action, total yardage, Mobile Christian 145 to 90 for Madison Academy, 110 passing yards to 87 for Madison Academy. Here it is now, third down, money down. Gadsden, the left-handed quarterback, looking for a wide receiver. It's going to be incomplete to Michael Moore as he dropped back, and good defense on the play by Madison Academy secondary.
Really going to affect his passer rating right there. It's going to drop down to a paltry 358.2. He's now 4 of 5 for 87 yards. But, you know, he had 3 guys streaking down the middle of the field, and I think he picked the one that was most covered.
Yeah.
Had he gone to the one on the right side of the field, I believe that that could have been another 6-pointer.
Going to call in the specialist, Carter Lewis, the 5'7", 165-pound sophomore, to punt this football away for Mobile Christian. He does boom it away, and fair catch is being called now by Jackson Reese. And we saw Reese looking to the sun earlier and muff one that was recovered by him, but he calls for the fair catch and is able to secure it there. And there it will now be 1st and 10 for Madison Academy on their own 20-yard line, looking to capitalize and score more points here as they trail 14-7 here in the second quarter of this 3A state championship game with 10:34 remaining.
Let's see if Madison Academy can tie this game up here with a big drive.
4-3 defense being run by the Leopards. Madison Academy going left to right as you listen. Underneath handoff, trying to bounce to the outside is Josh Williams. Josh Williams, the 5'8", 176-pound junior, as he was able to get positive yardage. Probably looks like close to 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 yards to go for Madison Academy. And it looks like the ball is going to be spotted right around their own 23-yard line.
Good opening play for this drive.
One receiver to the right. Cherry in the backfield. It's going to be handed off to him, and he's going to be tackled by Trey Matthews, the defensive lineman, 6'1", 302-pound junior, with great pursuit going down the line of scrimmage, and the ball's on the far left hash. And now it's going to be one of those money downs, 3rd down and 4 yards to go. 3 receivers to the right, a back to the left, and shotgun Podiak. Gets it in the flat to Cherry. He stops on the dime and accelerates, and he's busting through and almost gets to a territory to where Michael Moore is able to come away with the catch, but you see the sudden start and stop ability of this back out of the backfield.
Yeah, Cherry is absolutely moving right there. Great moves. Really had a nice stop and go with some serious acceleration.
1st and 10 for Madison Academy. After that nice pass play, the ball's going to be at the 45-yard line of Madison Academy. One back in the backfield, that to be Cherry, trying to scoot his way around this tough defense and not able to get anything is Bradley Tanner. The 6', 182-pound senior is able to come and make the stop, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now for Madison Academy. One receiver to the far sideline as substitutions are being made by the Mustangs. Podiak waiting for the signal to call. It looks like there's going to be a timeout called. Timeout going to be signaled here, or are they going to go ahead and run the play, Luke?
Looks like they're going to go ahead and play it.
There's your official timeout.
Now there's a timeout.
Yeah, you were running low on the game clock, so you definitely needed to get that timeout in to avoid the penalty flag. And, Luke, when you do look at the penalties so far here, 1 penalty apiece for 5 yards for both of these teams. So in the first quarter, it was a fairly clean first quarter of play.
It was, and again, that's just a sign of 2 well-coached teams. And meanwhile, been bragging on Damian Gadsden, the quarterback for Mobile Christian. Well, Jake Podiak has certainly calmed down. 7 of 11, 131 yards. He does have those 2 picks. Dare I say that one of them was not his fault. The other one was thrown directly to the receiver, but he is certainly coming back around. His passer rating is 127.3, which certainly is pretty good considering you already have 2 interceptions.
Yeah, absolutely. Just settling down, and we mentioned him being able to put that first interception behind him, and then when you throw the second one, all 14 points have been points off turnovers. No pick sixes, but Mobile Christian has been able to capitalize. But when you're 7 out of 11 for 131 yards, no touchdowns with 2 picks, and you're only trailing 14-7, it just shows the resiliency that this young man does have playing the quarterback position for Madison Academy. And now Madison Academy coming out of that timeout at 2nd and 9. We'll have one back in the backfield to the right, of Podiak is going to be Cherry. One receiver to the far right, 3 to the far left. Rolling to the right in the pocket's going to hit his tight end, and that pass is going to be complete to A.J. Rice. A.J. Rice with a nice reception. His first. A.J. Rice, 6'2", 232-pound junior.
He's a junior committed to Mississippi State as a linebacker. Big-time player, and he's showing his athleticism, being able to play tight end as well. And another misdirection play. Both these teams are making sure that the defenses are going to be conditioned to be disciplined.
1st and 10 from the 44. Mobile Christian gives it to Cherry. Cherry with a nice explosive run all the way out to the 30-yard line. And now you're starting to see that this offensive line is getting a push, opening up the holes for Cherry and Williams, a tag team tandem of backs for Madison Academy.
Yeah, they're getting that running game going a little bit, and that's what happens when you're able to sling the ball around some. And Podiak now is 8 of 12 for 142 yards.
1st and 10 right at the 30-yard line of Mobile Christian. Underneath handoff to Cherry. Cherry is going to get about 5 yards right up the gut before he is tackled on the play by Kentonio Kelly, and Kelly makes the stop from his linebacker position.
Yeah, you can tell Cherry is one of those running backs that just gets better and better as the game goes on. People get tired of tackling him. He's got power, he's got strength, he's got quickness, he's got speed, he's got everything.
2nd down and 4 yards to go from the Leopards' 24-yard line. Podiak in the shotgun position with the back Cherry to his left. Cherry on the wheel route out of the backfield. That pass is going to be incomplete on the far left sidelines, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 yards to go as we are in the 3A state championship game. Mobile Christian, the Leopards lead Madison Academy Mustangs 14-7.
Yeah, that was not one of Podiak's best passes right there. I think that could have gone for points if he had been able to put it on the money.
3rd and 4, one receiver to the far left, 3 to the right. Podiak rolls to his left. Another interception by Mobile Christian.
Goodness.
This time it's going to be by Jason Todd. The 5'8", 160-pound sophomore creates the 3rd interception for the Leopards, and it kills a tremendous drive that was being gained by Madison Academy.
We're going to have a timeout here, but boy, you're beginning to feel like if you're going to name MVP, it may be the whole Mobile Christian secondary.
They have really done a tremendous job of undercutting a lot of these routes that are being thrown by Podiak. But the 3rd interception here in the first half of action in this 3A state championship game. And I tell you what, 14-7 our score. You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Putting together a winning drive
3rd and long from the shotgun
takes focus, determination.
There's the snap, dropping back.
And that powerful form of energy.
Scrambles to his right, looking downfield.
In a community of fans, in each other.
Touchdown!
That powerful energy connects us all. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of football across the state. Power for a better Alabama.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Are you ready for a real education that fits your life? The 24 colleges of the Alabama Community College System offer real degrees in real campus life. Full-time or part-time, there are options for everyone, from adult education and certifications to degree programs and workforce training. Experience real-life education at its best, your version of success in your community on your time. Visit accs.edu and begin your journey at your local community college.
Welcome back to Bryant-Denny Stadium 3A state championship game between the Mobile Christian Leopards and the Madison Academy Mustangs. Corey LeBounty and Luke Robinson joining you on the call. Off of the turnover, Mobile Christian has had their third interception of the first half and are trying to capitalize after a great drive stalls on the turnover.
And again, they do start off with a run, but it wouldn't shock me, even though they're backed up, if Mobile Christian takes another shot. The deep ball seems to be there.
1 yard gain there for the Leopards, and they will take the ball on 2nd and 9 yards to go at their own 11-yard line. And what a great job so far by this defense. Damian Gadsden in the shotgun position with the back to his right. P.J. Brown, he decides to pull it, throws it. Oh, my! One-handed catch. Nice catch being made by Aaron Rodgers.
Holy cow.
Aaron Rodgers skies high and catches that football with one hand, making a tremendous catch, taking it away from the defender, and it's going to create a situation here. If there are no flags on the play,
there is a flag.
Sideline warning, Mobile Christian.
Just a sideline warning. And you know what? They about got one from me. That catch was so spectacular. They probably got a press box warning, because that one made me jump out of my seat. And absolutely, you talk about on his head. I mean, he went to the 7th floor, dropped the defender off at the 5th, went up there and got that ball.
Aaron Rodgers, the 6'1", 175-pound senior with a tremendous catch. 1st and 10, Mobile Christian. Handoff, it is to P.J. Brown. He's going to get positive yardage off of that push, and what we've seen is momentum. The momentum off the 4th and 1 for Madison Academy. 3 plays later, they're able to put their 7 points on the board, and the momentum off of this interception and the electric catch by Aaron Rodgers. Now Mobile Christian with the football here, trying to drive, and has it 2nd and 3 at their own 43-yard line. Gadsden in the shotgun position with Brown to the outside, pitches it to Brown. Weaves his way and bounces out to the outside and is tackled right at the numbers in front of Mobile Christian's bench.
You know, it just dawned on me that if you're Madison Academy, I know things look a little bleak right now. I mean, you're down 7. You got 3 turnovers. But that should also make you feel hopeful. 3 turnovers and you're only down 7. I mean, it's kudos to this Madison Academy squad for staying in this. Usually when you have 3 turnovers in a quarter and a half, that means you're down 21, 28 points.
The 8th first down of Mobile Christian split backs, and Gadsden decides to run it to his right. He bounces to the outside, gets it to the 44-yard line of Madison Academy before he steps out of bounds. And a tremendous rush here by Damian Gadsden. And you look here, 6:36 remaining in the 2nd quarter of action. Mobile Christian leading Madison Academy 14-7 here in the 3A state championship game. Ball officially spotted at the 44-yard line of the Mustangs. Mobile Christian going from right to left as you listen. Gadsden in the shotgun position, hands it off to his back. P.J. Brown bounces to the outside. There is a flag on the play. There will be a holding called against Mobile Christian as the flag comes out right on the numbers in front of Mobile Christian's bench. And we'll wait officially to get our call from our white hat in this 3A state championship game.
Yeah, that was a big-time run and some great vision by P.J. Brown.
Holding. Offense. 10 yards was by the foul. 2nd down.
As we will replay 2nd down, as that's only the 2nd penalty that has been called against the Mobile Christian Leopards here in this 3A state championship game, but it will back them up now. And with 4:28 remaining in the 2nd quarter, Mobile Christian leading 14-7 over Madison Academy in this 3A state championship game. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, a back in the backfield to the left of Gadsden. He decides to hold it, pump fake, and he's going for the money and he tried to hook up with Jordan Woolard and was not able to hit him after the run pass option to P.J. Brown. But you take your shot there, Luke, on first down. It just came up a little short and incomplete.
Yeah, he released that just a little soon and a little hot. Otherwise, that's a touchdown.
4:19 remaining here in the second quarter of play. Third down and 11 yards to go for Mobile Christian. As you can hear, the Madison Academy fans come to their feet, urging their defense to come away with a stop. Gadsden takes the shotgun snap. The left-handed quarterback throws it down the seams. It's going to be incomplete. Looking for a holding call was Kentonio Kelly. The Mobile Christian contingent here booing because they don't see a flag on the field, but it will bring up fourth down nonetheless, and the Leopards will try to flip the field.
They will, and they got a great punt the first time around, the only other time they punted. And, you know, I think that's a good no call. I understand there may have been a little contact, but I think that ball was going to be uncatchable, and I appreciate the referees letting them go right there.
Fourth down and 11 yards to go. The ball on the Leopards' 48-yard line as Carter Lewis will look to punt this football away for the Leopards. And he steps up and booms it away right around the 40-yard line. No fair catch being called as the ball is going to take a Leopard bounce, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. But a great kick, nonetheless, by Carter Lewis as the Leopards were trying to flip the field, and it will be Madison Academy football. 4:04 remaining, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line as they're trying to shake off these turnovers here in the first half. And again, when you look at the scoreboard, Luke, it's 14-7 in favor of Mobile Christian with 3 turnovers. And if you're Madison Academy, you're still in this thing hoping you're able to score here before the half.
Yeah, you got to give a lot of credit to this Madison Academy defense.
Podiak throws it in the flat to his big wide receiver, and is a nice lick that is taken on the far sidelines, but that's a great completion to Jackson Reese on first down for Madison Academy as 4 yards were gained on the play. Second down and 6 yards to go for the Mustangs as they are quickly getting back to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun with a back to his left, handoff underneath, and a couple of yards being gained before being tackled by Kentonio Kelly.
They need to go ahead and get this first down. 3:26 left to go here until halftime. It's 3rd and 4. You don't want to punt it right back to Mobile Christian, who, by the way, will get the ball first coming out of second half.
Mobile Christian with 3 timeouts. Madison Academy with 2. Money down is what we call it. 3rd down and 2. Podiak in shotgun with the back to his left. Underneath handoff to Cherry. Cherry's going to be close to that first down yardage needed. And it looks like it's going to be enough to move the sticks. A first down and 10 yards to go for Madison Academy.
Now, if you're Madison Academy, you've got to be thinking about scoring. I don't think you just want to take this thing into the half. Under 3 minutes to go here. I know your quarterback is throwing it 3 interceptions, but you got to have faith in him. He's taking you this far.
Madison Academy going left to right. Man in motion for Madison Academy is Drake.
Ooh. Big sack.
The pressure by Mobile Christian up front. Bryson Fillingham, the 6'4", 250-pound senior, with a nice sack on the play. And is that the first sack of the night for Mobile Christian?
I believe it's the first sack, but this defense has been amazing, and they've had a tackle for a loss or 2, or at least a lot of tackles for no gain, but they've also had 3 interceptions. That is the first sack, though. And look, I guess at this point you don't want to do a lot of sacking if you feel like you can get the interception. And I think Mobile Christian has called a timeout, which is very smart, because now they feel like they can get the ball back with an opportunity to at least have a shot at a field goal.
And we'll take a 10-second station ID break. Welcome back to Bryant-Denny Stadium and the 3A AHSAA State Championship football game between the Madison Academy Mustangs and the Mobile Christian Leopards. Corey LeBounty, along with Luke Robinson, Tommy Wood producing for us this morning. And we've started off here 14-7. Our score, the Leopards leading the Mustangs. And we're winding up down here with 2:34 remaining in the second quarter of action. Second down and 16 yards to go after that sack as the Mustangs are in shotgun with the back to the right. Cherry leaks out of the backfield. It's completed to him. He's looking for numbers.
Nice
He's
play.
hands to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Madison Academy. A great design play. Just what the Mustangs needed before the half, leaking Cherry out of the backfield.
You know, and it is a great design play, and it's a great design play because what you say is, let me get the ball in the hands of my best player. Just go make something happen. Every now and again, you just tell your best player, take over the moment, and that's what Ken Cherry did right there. Turned on the Jets and had some fantastic moves at the beginning of that run. And look, Mobile Christian had an opportunity there to stop him even behind the line of scrimmage. Cherry would just have none of it. Sheer will.
5-play, 80-yard drive, converting after that sack coming out of the timeout, and we are knotted up at 14 apiece here in this 3A state championship game here at Bryant-Denny Stadium on a glorious and beautiful Thursday afternoon. Corey LeBounty along with Luke Robinson bringing you the action. And Luke, if you are Coach Bob Godsey going into halftime saying, guys, we've turned the football over 3 times, and even though we've turned it over 3 times, the score is 14 apiece, you would have to be tremendously happy about those odds.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. You've got to say, look, we've played in some spurts our worst football of the year, yet we're tied. Now, here's the thing with Mobile Christian. If I am the Leopards, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be aggressive on this drive, because if you can get a score and then you get the ball first in the second half, you can make it a 2-score ball game. And even if you don't get a score, okay, worst case scenario, you probably go into halftime tied. Or if they get the ball back and kick a field goal or something, you still get the ball back. I think there's a golden opportunity for Mobile Christian to go for the gusto here. But, man, I am so impressed with Ken Cherry. And how about Poldiak, too? Jake Poldiak, you know, coming back, those 3 picks, and then he's able to have the wherewithal to find Ken Cherry and a great play, and they're able to cut in, make this a tie ball game.
Sky kick here to Michael Moore. Michael Moore, he's a speedster, and he can make things happen. And the sky kick is going to backfire because Moore, he's to the 30, cutting back to the 20, runs out of real estate, and he's going to step out of bounds right around the 10-yard line is where they're going to mark him. But when you don't kick that football deep because you're scared of the speed, well, guess what, folks? Michael Moore, the 5'7", 165-pound senior, has dynamic speed and electric speed as well, Luke.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, that is such a weapon for Mobile Christian to have a kicker that can boot it in the end zone. Well, it doesn't look like Madison Academy has that luxury, and when you don't, you put the ball in the hands of somebody who's 5'7", 165 and is a water bug, and he's able to juke his way, come all the way across the field. And now you don't even really have to be aggressive. In fact, you may want to be conservative with 2 minutes left. You got the ball on, the 8-yard line?
Different type of package here with the Mobile Christian is they're going to line up their full package. Woolard now takes the shotgun carry instead of Damian Gatson.
It's a Wildcat.
Wildcat, 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. So you go with a different look for offensive coordinator Justin Barnes, and Barnes has done a phenomenal job with this point score. They're averaging 41.9 points per game, and here it is, 2nd down and goal to go from the 5-yard line. And Woolard, he does stay into the contest. He goes under center. A little tush push by the offensive line is what we're going to call it. Is he tried to run behind Big Prince is one of the offensive linemen, and Cagle as well. And now you're in a situation here. You're in 3rd and goal to go. 3rd and goal. The ball is on the 2-yard line. And Woolard, he is still in at quarterback, and he has Kentonio Kelly as his up back to block for him. Quick snap, Mobile Christian line, churning, pushing. Let's see if they get it. Touchdown, Leopards.
Easily in, and that was a brotherly shove if I've ever seen it. I'm talking about the whole offensive line, the whole backfield, the wide receivers, the defensive line, the water boys, the fans, they all pushed him in.
And that's exactly what you have to have, that type of push. But it all goes back to Luke, the kickoff. It was a sky kick because they did not want to kick it deep. And because that sky kick went to Michael Moore, he sets them up at 1st and goal to go at the 8-yard line. Mobile Christian is able to capitalize and turn that into a touchdown. You mentioned how they needed to score quickly, and they could score quickly before the half. The point after is up and good, and our new score with 1:04 remaining in the second quarter of action. Mobile Christian 21, Madison Academy 14.
You know, they may have scored too quickly, to be honest with you. I mean, Madison Academy is going to have another shot now, and I don't know that it's that they refuse to kick it deep. I'm not sure they can kick it deep. That's the difference.
Three plays, 8 yards is what led to that score. And if you needed, you've already had the 3 breaks of interceptions, and now you have a sky kick coming off of the momentum. This game has been electric here in the first half of this 3A state championship game, because what you've seen is turnovers lead to points. You've seen kickoffs lead to points. You've seen an opportunity for Madison Academy to show their explosive play. Ken Cherry, he has a rushing touchdown. He has a receiving touchdown. That's 43 touchdowns on the season for Ken Cherry. So you leave him with 1:04 remaining here in the second quarter of action. Mobile Christian kicker Carter Lewis, he's already had 3 or 4 touchbacks this morning, and we'll see if he's able to kick this one into the back of the end zone as well.
This one might be a little short. Now it's going to go in the end zone again. My goodness, right on the goal line. You know, if you're Madison Academy, when the ball is that close, I'll tell Ken Cherry, hey, go get it. Try and make a play. We need you to make that play. They're going to start out on the 20 again.
And there will be going from left to right. Madison Academy, the Mustangs, have the ball on their own 20-yard line. Podiak, the quarterback for the Mustangs, in the shotgun position. Cherry, the lone back, to his left. Podiak getting ready to take the snap. Stack wide receivers to the right. Handoff to the inside, and he's going to get positive yardage. Cherry is going to get about 7 or 8, going to bring up second down, and right at 1 yard to go, so a 9-yard gain there. And a hurry-up offense here by the Mustangs with 2 timeouts remaining. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Rolling out is Podiak. Rolling out to his left, pumping, looking to dump it away. No one home on that pass. Incomplete, and it will bring up a stoppage of play.
Yeah, and I think the receiver fell down. He was expecting somebody to be there.
21-14, Mobile Christian leads Madison Academy. Both of these teams 14-0. One team will walk away with an undefeated season here with 2 quarters remaining. Podiak with 2 stacked receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Cherry to his left, underneath handoff. He's going to try to bounce it outside, but nothing going there as Mobile Christian stays home. And will Mobile Christian call a timeout to try to get the ball back? There is a timeout being called by Mobile Christian. So Mobile Christian, with 29 seconds remaining, takes their second timeout, leading 21-14 over Madison Academy, and it brings up 4th down and 1. Now, Luke, earlier in the contest, we saw Madison Academy roll the dice on 4th and 1, and it looked like they were going to quick kick it, but their quarterback, Jacob Podiak, he was able to find Keaton Watson streaking down wide open for a huge 45-yard gain. I don't think we're going to see that type of action here on 4th and 1. Do you think they'll go ahead and punt it away here?
I think you have to. If you don't punt it, you give the ball in great position to Mobile Christian. You just don't want to do that. And I think Mobile Christian now is in a posture where if they get the ball back, as long as they don't have a big punt return, I think they're just going to take this into the half knowing they get the ball first.
Mobile Christian with 1 timeout remaining. 1 timeout remaining for Mobile Christian. 29 seconds remaining here in the first half of this 3A state championship game. Mobile Christian leading 21-14, and it'll bring up 4th down and 1 yard to go. And, of course, it looks like their punter/quarterback, Jacob Podiak, is back in that same formation. 3 receivers to the right. He's going to go ahead and take the snap. This time he does quick kick it, and because of the quick kick, Mobile Christian is going to see this ball roll down and die right around the 19-yard line. So the ball will die at Mobile Christian's 19-yard line with 17 seconds remaining. And really, Luke, that's almost the same exact formation that we saw them run earlier, to where they were able to convert on that 4th and 1 deep in their own territory.
Yeah, and I think that's going to be a formation that's maybe some people steal, because it's a good one. Because you don't want to have anybody back. You're scared that they're going to maybe go for it. And you don't want to not have somebody back, though, because you end up with a long roll like that ball got. I think they're just going to kneel on it right here, right at the 20.
Well, like you said, Mobile Christian will receive the football to start the second half, taking over on their own 20-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun position for Gadsden. The left-handed quarterback has it complete out of bounds. He has it complete to Jordan Woolyard.
Wow, I'm shocked that they went for it right there in terms of just trying to get some yards, because if you're going to do that, you may want to throw it a little deeper. I mean, they only have 13 seconds left right now on their own 29-yard line.
Well, you know, Gadsden has a cannon. He is that baseball signee, baseball player, South Alabama Baseball Committee. He's really, when you look at it, having an opportunity to only be a junior, and he just has a cannon here. We'll see if they're uncork it. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, shotgun position. As time's running down, he's going to unload it to the far sideline. It's going to go out of bounds, and it was intended for Aaron Rodgers, who made a spectacular catch earlier. But 8 seconds remaining here in the first half, and it'll be 3rd down and 1 yard to go for Mobile Christian, with the ball being placed on their own 29-yard line.
Let's see what they decide to do here, because if you don't take up the 8 seconds, you're at least going to have to punt. I wouldn't be shocked if they just hand it off. 2
receivers to the right, 2 to the left, and it's the underneath quarterback keep, the RPO. Gadsden on the quarterback keeper. He's going to be tackled out of bounds right around the 39-yard line, but not until there's 1 second remaining before we go to halftime here in this 3A state championship game. And it's going to be a good enough for a Leopard first down as they spot the football at the Leopards' 39-yard line. 1 second remaining. 1st and 10 for Mobile Christian, leading 21-14 over Madison Academy.
Let's see what are they going to have a timeout?
Yeah, they have 1 remaining. He said they can't take it to the locker room with them. So Ronnie Cottrell decides to call his 3rd and final timeout. And as we go get ready for halftime, we've had a very exciting first quarter of action, one that saw Mobile Christian score 14 points and jump up 14-0 on Madison Academy. And Madison Academy was able to convert on that 4th down and 1 fake punt formation, really a special teams play that is designed by Coach Godsey. And a few plays later, they are able to get into the end zone, 14-7 at the end of the first, and here 7 apiece in the second quarter of action. But you look at the total yardage by Mobile Christian, 291 to 167 for Madison Academy, and the rushing yards 70 for Mobile Christian, 46 for Madison Academy. 221 passing yards for Mobile Christian, 121 for Madison Academy, and penalties 2 for 15 for Madison Academy, 1 for 5 for Mobile Christian.
It's been a really, really fun game. Madison Academy now wants to get this thing to the half and then figure out how they can stop Mobile Christian on the opening drive of the second half and just keep it a 1-score game. Let's see what the play is with 1 second left.
On their own 39, looks like try to double pass if it was there, but Jordan Woolard, he decides not to pass it on the underneath route, and we will go to halftime of this 3A state championship game with the Mobile Christian Leopards leading the Madison Academy Mustangs 21-14. You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network with Corey LeBounty and Luke Robinson.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
IP's booth. Visit ahsaa.teamip.com.
What value would you gain working with Lee Marketing Group? With 4 divisions under one umbrella, Sign Source, Lee Apparel, R&B Sports Media, and LMG Advertising Agency, Lee Marketing Group offers a comprehensive approach. From logo design, tees and signs, ad placement, and everything in between, LMG can handle it all. For ease of time, cutting-edge, results-driven marketing campaigns, think LMG. Lee Marketing Group, your comprehensive marketing solution.
This season, Jax is cooking up 3 ways to satisfy your hunger. Always fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded chicken sandwiches. Introducing the new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. Sweet, kicked up, and delicious. The always fresh fan-favorite cheesy bacon with crispy bacon and warm cheesy sauce, and everyone loves the Southern Fried Classic. The Jax Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all 3. Only at Jax. All about the South.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Welcome back to the AHSAA Radio Network. We're here at halftime of our 3A state championship game where the Mobile Christian Leopards lead the Madison Academy Mustangs 21-14. And we'll look at the first half statistics here. Mobile Christian with 291 passing yards to 164 for Madison Academy. And that's a total yardage situation. 221 passing yards for the Leopards, 121 for Madison Academy. Rushing yards, 70 rushing yards for the Leopards, 43 for Madison Academy. 2 penalties for 15 yards for the Mustangs, 1 for 5 for Mobile Christian. 10 first downs for the Leopards, 6 for the Mustangs. And on money down, 3rd down, Mobile Christian is 4 out of 9, Madison Academy 2 out of 5. And we also saw Madison Academy be able to gamble and go for it and convert on 4th down and 1 yard to go as well. And just a great game so far here by both of these teams, as both of these teams are 14-0. You look at Mobile Christian, your 3A Region 1 champion, and you look at your Madison Academy Mustangs, your 3A Region 7 champions. Both of them had tremendous semifinal games as well, and you couldn't ask for a better atmosphere here and better weather at Bryant-Denny Stadium for this 3A state championship game, as both bands are having an opportunity to hear perform at halftime. But the biggest storyline has really been Mobile Christian being able to try to capitalize off of the 3 turnovers, the 3 interceptions by Jake Podiak. I just love the fact that Jake, he's resilient no matter what. 10 out of 17 for 221 passing yards, 1 touchdown, and those 3 interceptions don't really seem to bother him as much because he just continues to keep pushing through. And you look at Damian Gadsden for Mobile Christian, 6 out of 10, 121 yards, 2 touchdowns. And so far, to me, the difference has been not only field position, but the turnovers and the points off turnovers, Luke.
I think that is, as you mentioned, a huge aspect of this. I feel like my mic may be off here. You may be. That's okay. I feel like a huge aspect of this is the resiliency of the quarterback. He has played through some interceptions, which is a big deal.
And also for the game, when you look at in the second half adjustments, if you're looking for the second half adjustments that have to be made as Mobile Christian leads this game 21-14, if you're Coach Godsey, what do you think those adjustments would definitely be?
Well, look, I think for the most part, you have to say, hey, we're doing pretty well. We're doing pretty well. We just have to limit the mistakes and keep going with the game plan. Some things there's momentum. You've seen both teams grab momentum. That's the thing. I think the game plan's been there. The difference in this game is those three picks. That's it.
No doubt about it, and we'll take a break, and we'll be joined by one of the fine corporate sponsors here of the Alabama High School Athletic Association, Trent Massey from Future Ones, will be joining us on the other side of this break. You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, their compact equipment provider.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Before you buy your next new vehicle, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices on pre-owned vehicles, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
I'm Brad at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. To find your next car, truck, or SUV, visit us at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices and huge inventory, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Be sure to like our Larry Puckett Chevrolet Facebook page. Who knows, you could be our next winner.
Save time and save money at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Okay, somebody's not wearing their seatbelt.
I don't wear seatbelts. Might wrinkle my shirt.
That's okay. I'm sure they can iron it before the funeral.
What funeral?
Yours. Almost 70% of people who die in car crashes aren't wearing a seatbelt.
Okay. There. You happy?
Just happy to be alive.
Seatbelts. It's hard to live without them.
Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
Encore is proud to be Alabama's largest privately owned rehabilitation company. Encore's professional team of physical therapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, and athletic trainers deliver rehab services for individuals following a surgery, an accident, or illness. Encore's ultimate goal is to restore movement, function, and independence to each individual. Tell your doctor you choose Encore for your rehabilitation. Log on to EncoreRehab.com for a location near you.
Welcome back to the 3A State Championship game here on the AHSAA Radio Network. And Corey LeBounty joined by Trent Massey of Future Ones. And Trent, when you look at the opportunity for Future Ones to continue to grow, not only in this state of Alabama, but really nationally, it's an outstanding athletic apparel brand that continues to branch out.
Man, I think about things like that. Just I was looking at it the other day. There's around 400 or so high schools in Alabama, and Future Ones now has done business with over 350 of those schools. And just to think about where we were 5 years ago, 6 years ago, just dreaming about some of the things that we're experiencing now as a company, it's kind of surreal just to sit here and look and see the favor that we've had, and just, it's a blessing. It's a blessing from the Lord, and we just give, credit where credit's due. And it's pretty awesome to sit here and experience this now as a company.
You guys, with the expansion of Future Ones, right here at Bryant-Denny Stadium, a former Mobile Christian Leopard who was wearing the Future Ones apparel when he was in high school at Mobile Christian is now signed an NIL deal with Future Ones, your first ever NIL deal with a collegiate athlete. I know you're happy to sign Mobile Christian's own Deontay Lawson, one of Alabama's alpha dogs on defense.
We look at Deontay. He represents a lot of what our company's about, just in integrity, a fine young man, obviously an amazing athlete, but he's just a good guy first. And, him and Gus, my business partner, have a great relationship. My son played football with him in high school at Mobile Christian, and just, it was a good fit. And we are very proud of Deontay and what he's done. And, he was one of the runner-ups or our finalists, or almost a finalist for the Dick Butkus Award. Next year, I think he'll, potentially have that award, So what an athlete, what a guy. And, as Future Ones, as NIL, it is neat to get in that market. There's a lot to that, and we look forward to doing some more.
The work that you've done with the AHSAA, it's not just only athletic apparel. You see so many cheerleaders in your cheerleading shoes. You see coaches in their coaching shoes. As spring sports approach here across the state of Alabama, I know you guys have winter wear. You guys have spring wear. You guys have quarter zips. Anything, any athletic apparel, or even from a business standpoint, you guys can provide any type of company apparel as well.
Absolutely. That's one thing we set out to do as a company. People would say, hey, can you do that? And we would be like, sure, we can do that. And that's how we've gotten here. Sometimes that gets you in trouble, but a lot of times you just, anything worth having is worth working for. And that's what we've done as a company. I was looking at, even this week, as 14 schools come and play at Bryant-Denny Stadium, 7 of those schools we've done business with. When we first started, there was one school that we've done business with that made it here, and actually it was Lynette. Mm-hmm. Lynette High School was the first one to win a state championship in our jersey, and there hasn't been one since. Mobile Christian could be the next one today. But, just to consider what we've been able to do, like I said, everything we provide, all the apparel, Madison Academy, they just spent a lot of money with us in our brand to outfit their whole bookstore and fan gear. And so, we are becoming the brand that is competing with the big boys. And I was talking to somebody the other day. You sit back and you go, how dumb are you to get into business with 3 of the largest, companies in the world? Those 3 big boys, everybody knows them. Nike, Under Armour, Adidas. So why do you wake up one day and say, hey, let's start a business to compete with them? That's a great idea. But here we are today, and we're competing. And just real quick, I go into schools, and coaches just look at it and like, why aren't we wearing this? I said, well, that's our question. You know, you can either spend, $40,000 and get 2 jerseys and a pair of pants, or, three jerseys and a pair of pants, or you can come with us and get 3 jerseys and 3 pairs of pants for $20,000.
Yep.
Same quality, great look. Customization is unlimited, and so a lot of coaches getting a lot of calls right now. Football coaches, looking for next year, and so man, we're just blessed. It's been a journey, and we love it. It's not easy. Again, competing against the biggest companies in the world, but hey, we're up for the challenge.
And you guys have definitely met that challenge. I know down in Mobile, Alabama at WNSP 105.5, our company is going with Future Ones, and our app listeners who listen are able to be treated to those Future Ones dry fit shirts that you guys provide. But it's not just athletic apparel you guys provide. There's so much more, and the brand continues to grow. And I can't thank you enough, Trent Massey, for your engagement and your commitment to helping out all of these schools here, not only across the state of Alabama, but really nationwide, when you look at Future Ones continuing to grow and branch out. And it starts right here with the AHSAA and the sponsorship that you guys provide with them.
The AHSAA has been great for us. People ask us all the time, man, how did you guys get that? And we're like, man, just favor. It was one of those things, the right place at the right time. It's just like in a football game. A couple of those interceptions earlier, that kid was just in the right place at the right time. It was just one of those things, So that's kind of how we did it. The AHSAA has been great to us, for us. We've been great for them, providing these athletes in the summer and the all-star sports with just amazing apparel and a good look. And so it's been a great partnership, and we plan on continuing it for a long time.
Trent Massey, if people want to reach out and learn more about Future Ones, how can they do so?
Well, you can always go to our website, futureones.com. That's the word future, the number 1 and an S, futureones.com. And or you could go look us up on Twitter, Future Ones Jerseys. Also, email us sales@futureones.com. And a lot of people ask us, why are you called Future Ones? Well, just real quick, we started with one jersey. The Scout Team football jersey is patented. Texas A&M wears it, and Michigan and Virginia and UAB and all these D1 schools wear our jerseys. So, but that's for Scout Team. They're the number 2 guys, but they're the Future Ones. And so that's where we got the name. That's, how we started, and we're just carrying it on, man. So futureones.com.
Trent Massey joining us this afternoon. And again, thank you so much for stopping by here in the 3A state championship game. I know we'll continue to see the Future One banner go across Bryant-Denny Stadium, and your product continue to be worn by many on and off the field. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, guys.
Trent Massey.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Communities don't just happen. They're built by people. From the big moments to the small acts of kindness. It's the authentic connections we make that define us. At Alpha Insurance, we know that every day you're building things that are worth protecting. Because for us, this is more than coverage. It's who we are. Alpha Insurance, building tomorrow together.
This season, Jax is cooking up 3 ways to satisfy your hunger. Always fresh, never frozen, hand-breaded chicken sandwiches. Introducing the new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. Sweet, kicked up, and delicious. The always fresh fan favorite cheesy bacon with crispy bacon and warm cheesy sauce, and everyone loves the Southern Fried Classic. The Jax Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all 3. Only at Jax. All about the South.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Is Madison Academy trailing Mobile Christian 21 to 14. Now I want to welcome in Latrice Ware.
Yes.
We're going to talk a little bit about the adult education for Alabama Community College system. You're the Communications and Public Affairs Coordinator.
That's right.
Man, you got a big, long title.
Know,
That's
right?
a big deal right there. What is adult education and how does it serve Alabamians on a daily and weekly basis?
Sure. So adult education is such a very big program. It serves everyone from people wanting a second chance at getting their GED, another opportunity at getting their high school diploma, anything from workforce development to English as a second language, just about anything. We meet an adult where they are and take them to where they want to go.
Absolutely wonderful. Does each college have an adult education department?
That is correct. So in Alabama, there's 24 different places where you can receive an adult education. So being that community is in our middle name, we want to definitely make sure everybody knows that we're in your community.
Discuss how individuals who need to complete their high school credentials get connected with their local community college.
So there's a couple of different ways that you can reach out to your community college. Of course, you can directly go. You can find them online. And then there's an opportunity to where you can go to your counselor at school. If you left school for any varied reason, you can find through your counselor your closest community college to go, and then we can follow up with that school. If you left and at least have 10 credits, we can help you achieve your high school diploma from that school. So there's a lot of different ways you can reach out to us, but online is the most popular.
I'm going to go a little off script here because it just makes me think how many times people must come up to you that have gotten this other chance and taken advantage of this program and have been just incredibly grateful, right?
Yes,
I mean,
so
that
much.
makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah, so we were just on TV down there, and we were able to say the closest college to Tuscaloosa is in Shelton State. The youngest student she has is 16 years old. The oldest student she has is 89.
That's amazing.
It's amazing to give everyone an opportunity to finish a goal. If you didn't get your high school diploma, it's never too late. You can always go out because, like I said, education opens a door that nobody can shut. So we want to be able to help you open that door.
That's so fabulous. I want to meet the 89-year-old, by the way. I bet she's pretty smart.
Yes.
What are some of the upcoming goals and initiatives across the state regarding adult education?
So I think the one major goal I have is to definitely make sure everybody is aware of the HSDO. Because there's an opportunity. If you started a school in the state of Alabama, we can help you finish. As long as you have 10 credits at that high school, we can help you achieve your high school diploma from that school.
Latrice Ware, wonderful having you on here.
Thanks for
you for
having
being a
me.
part of this. A lot of fun, and you guys are doing a great job out there, and this is a big-time service, and really appreciate your being here and being a part of the Super 7.
Thanks for having us. We're definitely happy to be here.
We're going to take a break. Your halftime score right now is Mobile Christian 21, Madison Academy 14. We'll be back in just a minute.
With more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Okay, somebody's not wearing their seatbelt.
I don't wear seat belts. Might wrinkle my shirt.
That's okay. I'm sure they can iron it before the funeral.
What funeral?
Yours. Almost 70% of people who die in car crashes aren't wearing a seatbelt.
Okay. There. You happy?
Just happy to be alive.
Seatbelts. It's hard to live without them. Drive safe, Alabama. A message from your Alabama Department of Transportation.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Are you ready for Southern Union State Community College? You're gonna find the unexpected. The future is yours like you suspected. Your education's here and now. Are you ready? Are you ready? This is your life's proving ground. Are you ready for Southern Union State Community College?
the 3A state championship game here at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Corey LeBounty along with Luke Robinson joining you here on the AHSAA radio network, and we're getting ready to start the second half of action. Mobile Christian leading 21-14. Madison Academy kicking off as you listen. Mobile Christian going from left to right as Aaron Rodgers receives the kickoff by Madison Academy, and we'll see here if Madison Academy is able to come out and get a defensive stop. As you look at these halftime statistics, 10 first downs for Madison Academy, 6 for Mobile Christian, 43 rushing yards for Mobile Christian, 70 for Madison Academy, 221 total yards for Madison Academy, opposed to 121 for Mobile Christian. But the turnovers are the huge factor here in the first half of action.
And we're ready to get started now as Mobile Christian will have the ball, and they hand it off on the first play. And it's a big one by P.J. Brown.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, and they hand it off to the back in the shotgun position, and it's going to be Brown as he continues to churn away and pick up the first down of the second half with the ball resting right at the 50-yard line on the left hash. Here, Mobile Christian in their white pants, white jerseys with royal blue numerals, and their blue hats. Handoff to P.J. Brown. He's looking for room on the outside. He's going to get a couple there. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8. Madison Academy in their maroon pants, their maroon jerseys, along with their gold numerals on the jerseys and the maroon helmets. And it's going to bring up 2nd down and 8 yards to go as Bo Cagle, the center for Mobile Christian, prepares the shotgun snap. Gadsden with a fumble handoff to Brown. Luckily to pounce on top of that, Johnny on the spot was the Leopards. Very lucky in that situation, Luke, to maintain possession there.
Very fortunate. And, again, as you said, Johnny on the spot. For Gaston to get back on that ball, it was a zone read option read, and he just dropped the ball. I mean, I think he thought the running back had it. The running back thought he had it, and the ball just sort of hung in midair for a second.
3rd and 11. Gadsden rolls to his right.
Nice pass.
The wide receiver, and the receiver busts into the open. It's Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is going to take it to the house for 6. Great pocket presence there. Another great throw. Damian Gadsden to Aaron Rodgers for a Mobile Christian Leopards touchdown.
How about Aaron Rodgers with the catch of the Super 7? One of the best catches you'll see in a championship game, there's no doubt, earlier in the game. And now he's able to catch that pass. It was a beautiful pass. It was a laser. But he's able to maneuver his way through the secondary and get all the way to the end zone.
What a great opening drive for the Leopards. It's a 4-play, 62-yard scoring drive, 1 minute and 35 seconds. The point after is up and good by Carter Lewis. And just like the opening drive, 62 yards and putting 7 points on the board.
And to steal a line from Michael Scott, how the turntables have, well, turned, I guess. And, it's one of those things where the momentum has switched so quickly, because you think Madison Academy on that fabulous play by Ken Cherry where they tie it up and then they can't kick the ball deep. Mobile Christian takes it down, gets the points before halftime. Now they score on the opening drive. And again, the tables have turned. There's no doubt about it.
And that's a huge play for Aaron Rodgers. 3 receptions, 115 yards, 2 touchdowns. As we saw last night, Cam Rogers able to go ahead and Cam Coleman, able to turn the tables as a wide receiver in the second half in the state championship game for Central of Phoenix City. And Cam Coleman is trying to say, look, what I did last night, Aaron Rodgers, can you top this? With 3 receptions for 115 yards and 2 touchdowns for the Leopards.
I hope people got my Michael Scott The Office reference. I may be too old for some of y'all out there.
Carter Lewis kicking it away, and once again, he has another touchback.
And, I think that the Madison Academy staff may have a direct link to Mixler or the AHSAA Radio Network, whatever. because Ken Cherry did exactly what I wanted him to do there. He tried to catch it before it went in the end zone and was so close, but his momentum carried him over the goal line. And, of course, in high school football here in the state of Alabama, that equals a touchback.
1st and 10 for Madison Academy, going right to left as you're listening, with the ball on their own 20-yard line. One receiver to the left, and they're going to bring over motion to the left to bring it strong side. There's a back to the right, which is Cherry, handed underneath the Cherry. Cherry looking to turn it up. He's going to ground and pound his way for close to 7 tough yards before he's tackled in the secondary there by Bryson Fillingham. And now you're looking at a 2nd down and 3 yards to go from their own 32-yard line as Madison Academy trailing Mobile Christian 28-14 with 9:50 remaining here in the 3rd quarter of action. Shotgun snap by Poniak. Poniak has it to Cherry. Cherry looking to get past the line of scrimmage before he's gobbled up by Trey Matthews.
Dare I say Cherry was trying to pick his way through the line of scrimmage there?
Yes, definitely cherry picking in that situation. Luke, great reference, but he does cherry pick his way to a 1st down for Madison Academy. 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line as 3 receivers bunch to the left, 1 to the right, and Cherry is in the backfield. Now the bunch formation to the left goes to the right, 3 receivers to the right, 1 running back to the right. Poniak rolls to his right, finds his man in stride. That's going to be Etienne, and Etienne is going to have enough for a Madison Academy 1st down.
Absolutely gorgeous pass, a frozen rope to Etienne. And, boy, when I know Jake Polniak has 3 picks. I understand that. At the same time, when he's on his game, he is a really, really good quarterback.
No quit in him. 1 receiver to the left. Bunch formation to the left as well, and it's going to go to Cherry. Cherry's going to come out of the backfield, and he's going to get the ball right to the 49-yard line of the Leopards. It's going to be good enough for at least 3 yards.
Cherry now creeping up on 100 yards. That's going to give him right at 75, I believe. And he also has 106 receiving yards. So he's actually got 77 rushing yards after that play now.
And that was a long receiving of 75, and now Madison Academy takes over. It's going to be a fake handoff to Poniak. Rolls all the way to his right and just throws it away as he's going to receive pressure from Bradley Tanner, and Tanner allows him to throw it away.
May have gone to the well one too many times with that particular play. Now you've got a big 3rd down coming up. You know, you're getting there towards no man's land. I mean, you're across the 50. You're down 14. 8:26 left to go here in the 3rd. I wouldn't be surprised if this were 2 running plays to Cherry.
Shift the formation again to the left. You have Cherry to the right of Poniak. 1 receiver to the left, underneath handoff, and there is going to be a penalty flag.
Yeah, that's going to be
multiple flags.
That's going to be false start, and that's a big penalty.
False start, offense, replay the down.
And you look here with the penalty yardage being added. So far, 41 total plays for Madison Academy as they're looking to take this snap. The formation again shifts over to the right. 1 receiver to the right, bunch to the right as well. And Poniak is going to drop back, looking to pressure, and just wasn't able to get a clean throw there.
Yes, he was, and what a fantastic adjustment by the receiver, is able to get the ball. They're going to call that a catch, and I think that's a good call. Now, look.
Etienne.
We're going to have the benefit of the replay here. Let's see if that ball bounced.
And Coach Cottrell, he may be throwing out the red flag.
I'm going to tell you, that's a catch. Unless the other defender
Red
blocked
flag.
a view.
And the flag is thrown, the challenge flag by Ronnie Cottrell being thrown on that catch.
Previous play is under further review.
And we do have the benefit of instant replay here in the state championship games, as they will go to the far sidelines and take a look underneath the hood to see if it was actually a completed pass or not. But you do look at trying to convert there after that penalty flag, 3rd and 9. That would be a huge conversion there if you're able to come away with that catch. And the officials discussing it. 28-14, our score. The Leopards of Mobile Christian leading Madison Academy here with 10:21. Well, correction, 7:43 remaining in the third quarter of action. We want to thank everyone for tuning in to the AHSAA radio network. And it's been one in which Mobile Christian scored 14 points in the first quarter, jumped out to a 14-0 lead. One of the key factors for Coach Cottrell, talking about what he needed to do well, have great offensive line play and getting up early on this Madison Academy Mustang team. He was able to do that, but Madison Academy, no quit in the Mustangs as they were able to convert on a special teams fourth down play, one in which they have their kicker / quarterback line up. Didn't know whether he was going to punt it on 4th and 1 and deep in their own territory or go for it. He was able to throw a seam route to Keaton Watson to keep the drive alive, and Madison Academy able to score in the first quarter. Their first score of the game made it 14-7. Mobile Christian comes back, scores, makes it 21-7, and Madison Academy no quit in them. 21-14 was our halftime score, and Mobile Christian takes the opening kickoff of the second half. The drive, just what Ronnie Cottrell dialed up, his offensive coordinator Justin Barnes, are able to score 7 off of a nice opening series by the Leopards.
And we're looking at the replay here in the booth. Initially,
for the review, the ruling on the field stands.
That's what I was. Look, it's very difficult
They have one
to
remaining.
make a ruling there. It's just hard to tell. Again, you don't have quite as many camera angles here as you would at, say, the national championship game. And I think that call needed to stand. Great effort by the receiver because he was wide open.
Now,
and it just was not a very good pass. You could tell he was almost too wide open for the quarterback.
But here it is. It's still 4th down. It allows you to get positive yardage and roll in the pocket, but it's going to be 4th and 3 for Madison Academy from Mobile Christian's 48-yard line. Cherry to the right in the shotgun. He's going to try to bounce it to the outside. He's going to turn the corner, and he does turn the corner, cuts back, but is going to push his way forward to about the 33-yard line of Mobile Christian, but it will be all for naught as there will be a holding penalty called right at the line of scrimmage. As Luke, you were able to pop and see that one very quickly.
Well, look, I'm not even using my binoculars way up here, and I can see that. I mean, it was just clear as day, and they had to call it.
10-yard penalty, replay the down.
And it's from the spot, so now you've seen the Mustangs roll the dice and go for it a few times, and we'll see here what we have, whether Coach Godsey decides to go ahead and pump this football away, or he decides to go for it and roll the dice and be 2 out of 2 on his 4th down conversions. 3 receivers to the right, and Polniak is in the shotgun by himself. We saw them convert on this earlier. And we'll see here, it's huge 4th down as we're early in the third quarter.
Oh, my.
Batted away by Mobile Christian's Caleb Lastorka. And that's just out of that trips formation to the right. They were hoping to run a route past the sticks. And Caleb Lastorka does a great job of jumping on top of that route, batting the football away. It'll be a turnover on downs.
You know, interesting call there because
media timeout.
It was 4th and 13. They're in their own territory. You know, they've been backed up with 7:09 left to go in the third. No, I believe it was 4th and 13 after the hold, was it not? Wasn't it 4th and 13? Wasn't a holding? It was a hold.
For going for it. Yes, when they decide after the holding penalty, it was 4th and 3 because it was from the spot.
Okay. I think it was that. I know. I think that the computer's wrong. I think the scoreboard was right because the hold happened on the line of scrimmage.
And we'll take a break here on the AHSAA radio network. We'll be right back.
More of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Leopards, and so far Coach Godsey 1 out of 2 on 4th downs. The first 4th down call in his own territory worked for him. That one did not, Luke.
I think that was 4th and 13.
Yep.
I don't really understand why they went for it right there. Seemed like there's some confusion, and the problem is, you go for it there, you don't get it, your team comes out a little flat, you give up a big play, and all of a sudden Mobile Christian is in field goal range already. That could make this a 3-score game, and it seems like that would be practically insurmountable going against this defense with only a quarter and a half left.
2nd down and 8 yards to go for the Leopards from Madison Academy's 24-yard line. Mobile Christian taking its time, 1 receiver to the left, 2 to the right, and P.J. Brown in the backfield to the left of his quarterback, Gadsden. Gadsden, the left-handed quarterback, hauls up, throws a touchdown pass to number 11, Jordan Woolard. And just like that, the Leopards have struck in 2 consecutive offensive possessions, 14 points on the board.
One thing I'm impressed with is the physicality of these receivers for Mobile Christian. They are going up and getting the ball. Now, that you can say maybe he threw that a little high. I don't think he did. I think he knows his receivers have the athletic ability and the height to go get it like a Frisbee catching dog.
And that's just a huge touchdown for Mobile Christian as they extend that lead to 34-14 with the point after pending by Carter Lewis. And there's a high snap, but it's up and it is good. And with 6:09 remaining in the 3rd quarter of action, Mobile Christian Leopards lead the Madison Academy Mustangs 35-14. You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network here with Corey LeBounty and Luke Robinson. And you look at that nice drive, 3-play, 42 yards, only took 1 minute off of the clock. And it was a big-time 24-yard touchdown pass. Damian Gadsden, very effective and efficient, 9 out of 13 today, 213 yards, 4 touchdowns by Mr. Gadsden. And you look at him, he's thrown for over 2,300 yards this season and now has 26 total touchdowns to add to his resume. And when you have Carter Lewis, the phenomenal kicker for the Leopards, Carter Lewis has not had a kickoff today that has not gone for a touchback. So that, again, when you look at this nice lead that Mobile Christian now has, 35-14, it sets up great field position for your defense as well.
Let's see if he puts another one in the end zone.
Again, Mobile Christian getting ready to kick this ball off, and This one is not going to go into the end zone. Return from the 8-yard line by Reese. He steps out and is going to get positive yardage. Jackson Reese on the return, and he's going to be marked out right at the 20-yard line. So it's essentially almost identical to what a touchback would be for the Mustangs, as now they trail 35-14. Here with 6:05 remaining in the third quarter of this 3A state championship game, Luke. One receiver to the far right, two to the left, and now they're going to have a shifting formation. Cherry is in the backfield, the Poniak's left. The handoff to Cherry. Cherry, correction, that's going to be another back, Josh Williams, getting that carry for the Mustangs. Going to get positive yardage of about 3 or 4 yards.
And, look, if you're Madison Academy, you can't just abandon the game plan just yet. The running game is still your best game, and you just got to get the ball in the hands of Cherry as early and often as possible.
3 receivers to the right, a running back, handed off to Cherry, and that's a big-time tackle at the line of scrimmage by Floyd Bacard.
Big third down here again, but I mean, again, if you went for it on 4th down earlier on 4th and 13 in your own territory, this is 2-down territory as well. 3rd and 1, and you look at overall 4 out of 10 on 3rd down. Trips to the right, underneath it goes to Williams. Williams is able to pick up and get past the line of scrimmage and fall forward for the needed yardage. Got to that second level of the defense there. And like you mentioned, Luke, not too soon to panic for Madison Academy. You can continue to ground and pound this, but you do need to go ahead and score 7 on this drive for sure. Oh, there's no doubt. I mean, it's 4 down all the way through here now.
Trips to the right, and one back in the backfield to the right of Poliak. He's going to drop back and look, and he's going to have that ball tipped and almost caught off of the tip.
Almost intercepted, almost caught, almost intercepted, and almost caught again, but eventually incomplete.
Poliak dropped back, and again, you mentioned the number of hands that were able to touch that football. You had 2 Leopards who touched it, 2 Mustangs who touched it. It falls harmlessly to this beautiful grass surface here at Bryant-Denny Stadium, and you're looking at 2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs. Underneath handoff to Williams out of the shotgun position, and he's bottled up by Kentonio Kelly, who makes the stop for the Leopards, and that's going to bring up another 3rd down. 3rd down and 9 yards to go here for the Mustangs. And looks like they're going to go ahead and go trips to the right with one running back, Josh Williams, in the backfield. On 3rd down right here, this is a huge play, and Mobile Christian is going to use its 2nd timeout.
Timeout. Mobile Christian, their 2nd of the half.
And you look at the amount of time remaining, 4:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter of this 3A state championship game. Mobile Christian leading 35-14 over Madison Academy. And as they do take that timeout, I think that we're in a situation to where it is 4-down territory, even in your own territory if you're Madison Academy. We mentioned the fact that they're 1 out of 2 on 4th downs. Mobile Christian has not attempted a 4th down, and on 3rd down, 5 out of 11 for Madison Academy. And you look at Coach Godsey and Podiak being able to find either Mark Drake or one of his other phenomenal wide receivers, Jackson Reese. We'll see how they decide to defend Jackson Reese, because Jackson Reese, he's a big-time player. His father attended Mobile Christian back in Mobile, and now his son is playing in the state championship game for Madison Academy. 3 wide receivers to the right. Running back is Williams. Podiak drops back, and it's going to be complete And as we ask, you shall receive Jackson Reese with the reception for Madison Academy, picking up that first down. And you go to your playmaker in that 3rd and long situation, Luke.
Yeah, definitely. And it's great. Another great play design is they're able to get one underneath route that sort of confused the defense. And now this is going to be a flip out on the right-hand side.
Cherry with the reception, and we've seen Cherry today be a phenomenal rusher. 15 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown, along with 3 receptions for 106 yards and a touchdown, that long one being that 75-yard touchdown pass that he had. But Madison Academy marching into the Leopards' territory, having it now 2nd down and 1 yard to go at the 40-yard line of the Leopards. Polniak drops back and throws the football out of bounds as Polniak did not have anyone that was open, so he decides to go ahead and throw that one away. And once again, we're right back to 3rd down, which is money down.
Yeah, and that was just a miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver. The receiver ran one route, and the quarterback threw a much deeper route. And I'm going to tell you something that's mildly finally Ken Cherry's back out there. He was missing for the last few plays, but he is out there split now. Interesting call there.
Handed off to Josh Williams out of the backfield, and you put Cherry in at the wide receiver position because he's shown you he does have great hands, and the clock continues to wind down here with 3:25 remaining in the 3rd quarter of action. Mobile Christian, the Leopards leading Madison Academy 35-14, and there will be 3 wide receivers to the left. Running back Williams to the left for Polniak, as Polniak is calling for it. It's going to be an underneath handoff to Williams, and he's going to try to ground and pound forward, tackled by Floyd Bacard.
You know, and again, you don't want to abandon the running game completely. Certainly, I get that. But we're approaching 3 minutes to go to the end of the 3rd. You're down 35-14. You're going to have to start moving a good bit more quickly.
9-play, 40-yard current drive here by Madison Academy as they go trips to the left. 1 running back coming out of the backfield is Cherry. Cherry with the reception, and he has another reception added before he's tackled by Camden Lawson.
That's one of the few times I think Cherry's made the poor decision in terms of which way to cut. If he cuts back into the middle, I think he's got a big gain.
Trips to the right, Cherry being one of those trip wide receivers. Williams is the lone running back to the right of Polniak. Handed off and wrapped up in the backfield and dumped down by Floyd Bacard, the 6'3", 270-pound junior.
Yeah, he is a beast. Very, very impressed with this kid so far.
Has been very active today for the Leopards, and once again we are at 3rd down, and 3rd down and 3 officially for Madison Academy as they have 3 receivers to the left now. Underneath handoff to Cherry coming out of the backfield. He's going to be able to grind and pound his way forward for that first down as Madison Academy continues to extend this drive. This will be the 12th play coming up on this time of possession, almost 2 minutes. Madison Academy quickly to the line with 3 receivers to the right. Running back Cherry in the backfield right up the middle is going to be tripped up by the linebacker Camden Lawson.
You know, just since I spoke last about this, there have been almost 2 minutes run off the clock. They just don't have enough time to continue to run the ball this way. I understand not abandoning the run completely, and here's another running play. And it's going to be another great tackle, and I think that's Bacard again, is it not?
Yes, it is. Cherry tries to bounce it to the outside, and that one is going to be by Floyd Bacard once again, as it is going to bring up a 3rd down. Officially 3rd down and 6 yards to go on the 18-yard line of the Mobile Christian Leopards. Trips to the right. Back in the backfield is Williams, up top to number 10, and he's going to have 1 foot in. Touchdown.
My goodness,
for
what a catch.
Madison Academy. Jackson Reese was able to do a little toe touch dance to get 6 on the board, and that's exactly what Madison Academy needed in that drive.
That was absolutely amazing. A fantastic play. Jackson Reese goes up and gets it. Also a fabulous throw by Poldiak.
Well, you look at that drive, Luke. Time of possession was almost 5.5 minutes, but it had the lead to points on the board for the Mustangs, and that's exactly what happened now as the point after is being attempted by Donnie Buchanan, the 5'7", 115-pound sophomore. Point after is up, and it is good. And just like that, off of this 16-play, 80-yard drive, Madison Academy able to put points on the board. Mobile Christian 35, Madison Academy 21, with 42 seconds remaining here in the third quarter of this 3A state championship game. And Luke, we're less than 12.5 minutes away from crowning our 3A state champion. 35-21, Mobile Christian leads over Madison Academy.
It's going to be interesting to see how Mobile Christian handles this. Of course, if they get a big kickoff return, which they could, because it seems like Madison Academy, they're not very proficient in getting the ball into the end zone that way. But if they, let's say they start out at your typical position, are they going to be more aggressive, or are they going to try and milk this clock a little bit?
Well, I think that if you kick it to one of the speedsters, you better not kick it to number 13. We've seen some wacky special teams play. Mobile Christian has to be expecting some type of possible onside kick here, leading 35-21 with 42 seconds remaining here in the third quarter of this 3A state championship game. It's going to be kicked away, and it's going to be kicked to Mobile Christian's Aaron Rodgers, and Aaron Rodgers on the return is going to be swallowed up by great downfield coverage by the Mustangs, and we'll see if that's the type of momentum that the Mustangs need to be able to stop Mobile Christian from having any positive yardage here, as we have 38 seconds remaining here in the third quarter of this 3A state championship game. Mobile Christian 35, Madison Academy 21.
Well, now that they're going to start inside their own 15-yard line, maybe that answers the question if they're going to be a little bit more conservative. It would be interesting if they took a shot here. They got 3 wide to the right and 1 split out to the left.
1 back in the backfield, P.J. Brown, that's who they handed to. Linebacker comes shooting it down the gap, and a great and outstanding tackle there by A.J. Rice. The 6'2", 232-pound junior came shooting from his linebacker position and gets a tackle for loss, and that backs up Mobile Christian even further. A 2-yard loss on the play.
Yeah, and he is committed to Mississippi State, only a junior. Shot out of a cannon right there. Let's see if they're even going to take a snap. They don't have to. Only 8 seconds on the game clock, 15 on the play clock, but they look like they were going to go ahead and take a snap, and they do.
Gadsden, shotgun position, in and out of the hands of his wide receiver, Jordan Woolard. And that is a huge stoppage of play, because now you look as the stoppage in play on the field says we are at 000, which signals the end of the third quarter of action here in this 3A state championship game. Mobile Christian 35, Madison Academy 21. You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network.
With more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online, or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices, and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting tattooed. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
the 3A state championship game. Mobile Christian leading Madison Academy 35-21 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter of action to see who will become 15-0. Both of these teams are 14-0, and I know, Luke, we're in for a phenomenal finish. Corey LeBounty, Luke Robinson joining you here on a beautiful afternoon here at Bryant-Denny Stadium, where we're celebrating the Super 7. This is game 2 of the Super 7 here in the AHSAA.
Yeah, and this has been a good one so far. And look, a very interesting series of play calls there from Mobile Christian. They could have let this game go on into the fourth quarter without taking that second down snap. Instead, they decided to pass it. It's incomplete. Now you've got a 3rd and 12. You're backed up on about your own 10-yard line. If Madison Academy can get the stop here, and it's crucial that they do for their potential to win this ball game, then, hey, look, this thing's brand new again.
As we start the fourth quarter of action, Mobile Christian going from right to left at their own 10-yard line, facing 3rd down and 12 yards to go. Mobile Christian with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And once again, we've seen them have success on 3rd down today. 3 out of 6 here on 3rd down. They've been able to get and run routes past the sticks. Shotgun to Gadsden. Gadsden, the quarterback, climbing the pace. Sack from behind number 4. Tyler Long drops him as he tries to step up into the pocket.
How big was that play right there?
Huge momentum, because not only do you lose yardage, you're down to your own 4-yard line. That's the first sack that this offensive line has given up today, and what a great time for Madison Academy to come away, as now you're looking to punt out of the shadows of your own end zone. Carter Lewis will look to try to flip the field and boot this away. We'll see here if the protection holds up as he's standing in this crimson Alabama colored end zone, gets it away, and we'll see if it's going to be end over end. Fair catch, not called, retrieved at the 45-yard line. Jackson Reese on the return. He's going to bounce it right around to the 32, 31-yard line officially of the Leopards. So the Leopards were able to get out of trouble, but here comes Madison Academy to start the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and what kind of athlete is Jackson Reese? I mean, this guy, he's very big. He looks almost like a big tight end, but he's splitting out wide. He's returning punts.
One receiver to the top of Madison Academy's formation, handed off to Cherry in the backfield, and he's going to be tackled by a host of Leopards, but not before a penalty flag is thrown. And that's normally in the area that you'd like to say of face mask, because
I'm wondering,
I didn't see an offensive lineman there to block in front of him.
I don't know that there was enough time to get the hold. Yeah, they're going to get a face mask, it looks like, on Mobile Christian, because they are upset.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. To the goal.
No offensive lineman in that area to where you could call holding there, and nothing but 3 or 4 Leopards around the football there, and it will be 15 yards that will take the football right to the 14-yard line of the Leopards. 35-21 our score. Mobile Christian leads Madison Academy 35-21, but with here at 10:54 remaining, Madison Academy knocking and threatening, as no quit in Madison Academy all day long. One receiver to the left. Bunch formation, going to be handed off to Cherry. Cherry bounces to the outside, to the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Madison Academy. Cherry, he does all the picking and weaving his way into the end zone for another Madison Academy touchdown.
Big play, and of course you want to get the ball in the hands of your big play maker. That puts Cherry over 100 yards rushing to go along with his 100 yards receiving. It's also his second touchdown rushing to go along with 1 touchdown receiving. He has been a man out there today, and we have got a brand new ball game at 35-27 with the extra point going up and in. and we are at a 7-point contest now. Mobile Christian on top, but all the momentum is with Madison Academy.
2 plays, 31 yards, a nice rushing touchdown by Ken Cherry, and Cherry with his 3rd touchdown of the contest. A cherry on top of that nice drive. 35-28, our new score with 10:40 remaining here in this 3A state championship game. Corey LeBounty, along with Luke Robinson, bringing you all of the opening game of day number 2 of the Super 7 here in the AHSAA, and we're starting today off. We had a barn burner last night. 21-19 was the final in our 7A state championship game, and just to start things off today in game number 1, 35-28, Mobile Christian leading Madison Academy.
All right, let's see. This is, this has been kind of sink or swim on these kickoffs, right? If Madison Academy can get the same kind of coverage they got on that last play, it would behoove them. But if they give up one of those big returns like they did right before the half, that's a problem. Another short kick.
Kicks it off to the 20-yard line, and it's a return by the Leopards. I think that's going to be Moore. Michael Moore had a big return earlier, and he's being pushed. Haven't blown the whistle yet. Dead as he stays upright, but his forward motion is considered dead right at the 36-yard line of the Leopards. So we'll be 1st and 10, Mobile Christian leading 35-28. And you were able to come out of halftime and have an opening and scoring drive. You were able to have back-to-back scoring drives, none bigger than the offensive possession here for the Leopards as we are in the 4th quarter. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. P.J. Brown in the backfield for the Leopards to the right of his quarterback. And there is the snap. Quick throw by Gatson. Gatson out to Moore. Moore bounces to the outside and accelerates and gets positive yardage.
Moore is he is a speedy guy. And I'm going to tell you something. I think Mobile Christian, look, their running game just hadn't been there today. They have 22 carries overall for 46 yards. So I think you just got to keep passing because passing-wise, it has been there. 9 of 14, 213 yards, 4 touchdowns for Gaston.
You take what the defense gets you in that situation. It's 1st and 10 Leopards from their own 45-yard line. Split backs to the right and left of Gatson. 1 receiver to the right, 1 to the left. And he decides to roll to his left and hits his tight end in the flat. That's going to be a huge game by Mobile Christian. Turning it up is Mobile Christian. Kentonio Kelly to the house.
That's going to be 5th touchdown for Gaston now. Unbelievable. And, just when all the momentum had come over Madison Academy's side, it only takes, a couple of plays to get into the end zone. And you get it to a guy who has had a whale of a ball game so far.
Well, you needed an answer there for Mobile Christian, and they were able to get it as on that touchdown play. We have a Madison Academy Mustang down on the field holding his knee. And before we have the point after, the trainers will come out and tend to this young man who's right around the 37-yard line here. And we also have a Leopard that looks to be cramping, and it looks to be Kentonio Kelly, who was able to go ahead and catch that 55-yard touchdown pass. And you look at Kentonio Kelly, a young man who plays both sides of the football, but he's a linebacker by trade, as getting up and being helped off the field for Madison Academy is one of their players. Looks to be Brandon Tanner being helped off the field.
They've got him listed only at 5'9". I think he's a good bit taller than that if that's him.
Tanner being helped off the field, and hope that he's okay, being assisted, putting little to no weight as he's trying to walk it off. And Mobile Christian needed to have an answer offensively as Madison Academy was able to close that gap. And now with the point after pending, our new score 41-28. The point after is up, and the point after is good. And now with 10-10 remaining in the fourth quarter of this 3A state championship game, Mobile Christian 42, Madison Academy 28.
All right, now it's imperative that Mobile Christian does put this in the end zone again in terms of a kickoff, because you don't want to give Madison Academy an opportunity to try and return a kick and get a cheap score that way.
Yeah, absolutely. And we were talking about what needed to happen for Mobile Christian. They needed to come away with an answer offensively. What better way than to do so in 2 plays, go 64 yards, and only take 19 seconds off of the clock. And you look at now Damian Gadsden, the quarterback for the Mobile Christian Leopards, the 6'1", 191-pound junior with tremendous numbers, 11 out of 16, 277 yards, 5 total touchdowns for him this afternoon. And Mobile Christian will be kicking this football away from its own 40-yard line as Carter Lewis looks to boot it away.
A passer rating for Gaston of 317. My goodness.
Lewis's kick is going to go through the back of the end zone, this crimson-colored end zone that says Crimson Tide. If you're familiar with Bryant-Denny and the Alabama Crimson Tide Stadium, the white Crimson Tide letters painted crimson around it. And now Madison Academy going left to right here in this 3A state championship game, trailing the Mobile Christian Leopards 42-28. One receiver to the left, bunch formation to the right. Cherry, the lone running back, trying to tiptoe through this tough defensive line of the Leopards, not able to accomplish much, gets a couple, and it officially will be 2nd down and 8 yards to go from their own 22-yard line.
I'm going to say it again that time is not on your side right now. They're taking a long time, and time moves pretty quickly in high school football, and they're going to have to put the ball in the air some.
Formation shifts as Cherry becomes the lone backfield. He's going to try to bust past the line of scrimmage, stops and starts, changes direction. It takes about 3 Leopards to get Cherry down. Shows his great upper body strength as this young man averages 15.1 yards per carry and has over 2,700 rushing yards on the season. Very efficient and effective running back as Podiak now with trips to the right, bunch formation, Cherry to his right in the shotgun formation. Podiak.
Oh, nice defense there by Mobile Christian to get up by number 22. That's that's Bradley Tanner to go up and tip that ball, keep it from being a big completion.
Jackson Reese with the intended wide receiver on the play, and now it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 yards to go. 9:07 remaining here in this 3A state championship game. 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs. Podiak out of the shotgun, going to drop back and almost has it intercepted as he was looking for his wide receiver. None in the area. Jordan Woolard lays out for that football, not able to come away with it, and it's going to bring up another 3rd down and 10 yards to go with 9:02 remaining here in the fourth quarter, with Mobile Christian leading 42-28.
Big play here. You just at least want to get some yardage to make sure it's manageable for 4th down, because you're going to have to go for it.
Trips to the right, Cherry to the left in the shotgun. Podiak drops back. He's going to have a receiver.
Oh, that could be a flag.
He was looking for Jackson Reese, and I don't see a flag on the play.
I guess they were calling that just some equal hand fighting.
And what it does bring up 4th down and 10 for Madison Academy. And you look so far on the day, 2 out of 3 are the Mustangs.
And they're going to punt.
And you look at 8:56 exactly remaining here in the fourth quarter of this 3A state championship game. And punting it away for the Mustangs is Jackson Reese. And Reese, he's going to get a friendly roll as that ball rolls to the 25, 24, 23-yard line.
They need to stop it. I don't think there's a lot of awareness about the clock here. Each second is very precious now with 8:44 left to go here in the fourth. And again, you got to assume Mobile Christian's probably going to do 3 running plays, knock off a minute and a half at the very least, 2 minutes, and then you've got to score twice against a formidable defense.
8:44 remaining. Mobile Christian with a quick 2-play strike drive on their last scoring possession gets the ball at their own 24-yard line. Bo Cagle, the center for the Mobile Christian Leopards, as the Leopards are going to call a timeout as they did not have the correct personnel on the field.
Timeout, Mobile Christian. It's their third timeout of the half.
Yeah, they were very fortunate because that could have been 12 men on the field for sure.
Mobile Christian with the called timeout, leading 42-28, and we do have 8:44 remaining here in the fourth quarter of this 3A state championship game, and Mobile Christian trying to secure their first ever state championship. We'll take a local break here on the AHSAA radio network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns. Locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do you want me to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
To Bryant-Denny Stadium, the 3A state championship game between the Mobile Christian Leopards and the Madison Academy Mustangs. Mobile Christian leads 42-28 with 8:44 remaining here in the fourth quarter of action, and Mobile Christian with no timeouts remaining. They used one of those timeouts due to a challenge that they lost. Madison Academy with all 3, but Mobile Christian fans are encouraging them on 1st and 10 from their own 24. Gadsden hands it off to P.J. Brown. Brown around the right end, gets a couple of yards before he's tackled right around the right hash.
Again, you got to think Mobile Christian's just going to keep the ball on the ground right here.
And you look at Mobile Christian starting this drive off here to begin it, getting positive yardage, only a couple, but that's all it takes, as they're in absolutely no hurry. They're going to go ahead and run the clock down as far as they can. I'm not going to necessarily call it stall ball, because you can come out of this with 1 second remaining and then call a pass play, but trips to the left, back to the left of Gadsden, swings it out to number 3, and that's going to be Aaron Rodgers receiving the swing pass. He's going to stiff arm, and he's going to step out of bounds. but not before gaining positive yardage and moving the sticks.
Yeah, big play. And again, Aaron Rodgers making more big plays. He's had a fabulous game. If it weren't for Gaston having 5 touchdowns and almost 300 yards passing, I think Rodgers would be the MVP.
1st and 10 for the Leopards from their own 37-yard line. And now you'll know that they'll be in no hurry to snap this football as Gatson is in shotgun with directly behind him P.J. Brown. P.J. Brown takes the handoff.
He goes
Brown.
Right
up the middle. Brown right up the middle. He is going to go to the house. It is going to be a touchdown for Mobile Christian. That is 63 yards to the house for Brown. They had 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, a simple handoff, and he is able to score the emphatic touchdown for the Leopards.
Yeah, that was huge. And look, that kid's only a sophomore, and he turned on the absolute jets. Once he got in the open field, there was no chance for anybody to catch him. That's going to put him at almost 100 yards. Look, one thing you got to say about Mobile Christian is all of their stars have made big plays at some point or another, and sometimes several points in this game.
P.J. Brown is scoring his 23rd rushing touchdown of the season, and the point after by Mobile Christian's Carter Lewis is up, and it is good. And that was a 3-play drive, 76 yards, only taking 1 minute. And what we've seen here in these last couple of scores is the explosiveness of Mobile Christian, because they've only taken 3 plays on that last touchdown drive. You look at only taking 3 plays on this drive. So you're looking at 6 total plays, or maybe even 5, that have led to 14 quick points. And now when we had a 7-point game, we're at 49-28 with the Leopards leading over Madison Academy.
Yeah, just big-time players making big-time plays for Mobile Christian. As I said, all of their stars have stepped up at some point in this contest.
Mobile Christian came in only allowing 8.9 points per game, and Madison Academy giving up 13.7, and they've given up 49 points. And you look at where they were at 1 week ago in the semifinals, gave up 43 in the semifinal, 28 to Sylvania, and not until these last 2 games have there been tremendous points scored against this Madison Academy Mustangs team. So this is a team that's not going to quit. Even though the score is 49-28 with 7:44 remaining, we've seen the explosiveness of Madison Academy also.
And you know, we keep talking about all the stars. Gaston, obviously, playing fabulously. P.J. Brown with a big run there. Rodgers has been magnificent catching the football. But the kicking game for Madison Academy has been on point.
I will say that Mobile Christian, every single kickoff has, with the exception of that one, has been a touchback. Mm-hmm. And that's huge when you look at high school football positioning, taking over at your own 20-yard line. Now, Mobile Christian has no timeouts remaining. 3 receivers to the right. The back in the backfield is going to be Williams. It's handed off to Williams. He tries to squirt to the outside, and he's going to be slow to get up in that situation, but he's going to get probably 3 or 4 yards on first down.
I mean, good first down play, but I think they're, again, unless you want to just maybe say, look, wave the white flag, I think that you got to put the ball in the air here. You've got to give your team a chance.
Podiak is going to throw the underneath route there to Mark Drake. Drake with the reception, and Drake still yet to go down, the 5'7", 140-pound senior with a nice reception there. As quickly, with 3 timeouts remaining and 7:09 here in the fourth quarter of play, Madison Academy quickly goes to the line of scrimmage with trips to the left. Running back in the backfield to the left of the quarterback is Williams. And the snap, Podiak, he's looking, he's going to go deep and overthrows the intended wide receiver on the play. Etienne not able to come away with that football. It does stop the clock, though, Luke, with 6:57 remaining, bringing up 2nd down and 10. Mobile Christian leading 49-28 in this 3A state championship game.
6:57 left to go here in this contest, and then it sure feels like Mobile Christian is going to win their first state championship.
Podiak drops back, waiting, looking, pressure coming from his blind side, and he's just going to throw it away. The pressure in the pocket by Floyd Bacard coming from the left side as you looked at him scrambling to his left, feeling that pressure, goes ahead and throws it away. And now with 6:50 remaining, it's 3rd down and 10 yards to go. And from a conversion standpoint, you look at Madison Academy being 8 out of 16.
Bacard has played wonderfully today. I mean, he has been everywhere.
Podiak throws it out to Cherry, the lone wide receiver there to the left, and outstanding open field tackle by Michael Moore.
It's incomplete, actually. He dropped it.
And made him cough it up. Going to bring up 4th down and 10 yards to go. And Coach Bob Godsey is going to go ahead and say, I'm going to go for it here. Leave it all on the field. Trips to the left. Single back is Williams. Podiak finds Jackson Reese, and that is going to be complete. And I mentioned Jackson Reese. When you need a huge play for Madison Academy, that's who they go to. Jackson Reese with the reception comes through and moves the sticks for Madison Academy, and that's going to be Reese's 5th reception of the contest. Once again, I mentioned his father was a graduate of Mobile Christian. Trips to the right, Podiak on the wheel route, finds again, once again, Reese with another reception, and they're going to keep going to him as he's able to stay in bounds, move the sticks, picks up another 1st down for Madison Academy.
Reese is one heck of an athlete. I mean, I can't believe he's not out of breath. He has been going one side of the field to the other, lining up on the far side each time, and boy, he is going up there and making some plays.
Trips to the left, running back to the left. Williams is hit as he throws it, and the ball is intended for number 7, Mark Drake. And Drake is not able to come away with that, and it does stop the clock here with 6:09 remaining. 2nd down and 10 yards to go for Madison Academy, who are in desperate need of 6 points on the board. Trips to the left, the back to the left of Podiak. That being Williams. Podiak floats it out to the left sideline. Jump ball up for Reese. Not able to come down with it, incomplete. And once again, Mobile Christian's defense bracketing their coverage, using the sidelines as an additional defender there.
It's 3rd down now. Got to get this one. Only 6 minutes to go here until the game is over.
49-28, Mobile Christian leads here. It is 3rd down and 10 yards to go with the ball on the Leopards' 28-yard line. Podiak takes the shotgun snap, throws it to his left, and that ball is going to be caught.
They're going to say he got out of bounds, too.
By Mark Drake on the Madison Academy far sidelines. And it is still going to bring up 4th down, as on 4th down, Madison Academy is 3 out of 4 in this afternoon's contest. 4th down and right at 7 yards to go from the Leopards 25. And you can hear the Leopards fans turning it up. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 1 running back in the backfield. Podiak waiting on the snap. He's going to get it. He's going to look to his right, look to his left. Sacked! He's going to be dropped by Floyd Bacard, the 6'3", 270-pound junior.
Jeez.
The pocket collapsed very quickly. He couldn't even step into it, and it'll be a sack and a turnover on downs for the Mobile Christian Leopards, who will take over on downs here, and they are leading 49-28 over Madison Academy with 5:50 remaining in this 3A state championship game.
Yeah, Floyd Bacard is going to be a problem for people next year. Looking at his offer list, got Arkansas State, Boston College, Campbell, Georgia Southern, and Liberty. By the way, an undefeated Liberty team, it should be noted. But, man, I am really impressed with this kid.
1st and 10 after the turnover on downs for the Leopards with the ball on their own 31-yard line. P.J. Brown, the single back behind his quarterback Gadsden. He's going to take it and turn forward and get about 3 yards on that first down play. And Mobile Christian with the big-time lead now, looking to bring their first ever state championship as part of the AHSAA to this school in Mobile, Alabama. Ronnie Cottrell, in his 8th season, 3A Region 1 champions, has lost a couple of state championship games here before and has had a couple of red maps, but he wants to turn that map to blue and bring it back to South Alabama. 3 wide receivers to the left. P.J. Brown is the lone back. It's going to be a quick throw to Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers looking to turn it up. He's able to do so as he picks up another first down for Mobile Christian. A fresh set of downs, Luke, with 4:58 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that should give Gaston a little over 300 yards passing on 13 of 18, 5 big touchdowns.
Well, when you joined the AHSAA in 2006, as the Leopards did, your ultimate goal is to come away with the blue map. And we've seen Madison Academy definitely win their fair share of blue maps and have a tremendous season so far at 14-0. No quit in them as Mobile Christian's trying to salt this football game away. P.J. Brown with the carry is going to push the pile forward right up to right around the 47-yard line. The Leopards have the football at their own 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 yards to go as we have 4 minutes remaining here in this 3A state championship game. 4 minutes remaining. Mobile Christian leading Madison Academy 49-28. Corey LeBounty along with Luke Robinson bring you 3A state championship coverage on the AHSAA radio network. Pop pass in the backfield to Moore. Moore trying to stay in bounds, was not able to, as the clock will be stopped with 3:36 remaining. And it will bring up 3rd down right at 7 yards to go. So he's going to officially lose a yard on that carry. And he stepped out of bounds as well. So 3:36 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 3rd down and 7 yards to go. Mobile Christian leading 49-28.
3:36 left to go in the game. Let's see if they keep it on the ground. They do.
And they have a fresh back in the game. That's Jason Todd. Jason Todd, the 5'8", 160-pound sophomore, is spelling relief for P.J. Brown. And those fresh set of legs are able to churn out another Mobile Christian first down.
I mean, they're about getting to the territory where one more first down, you can probably kneel it and win that championship.
Madison Academy with 3 timeouts remaining, Mobile Christian with none. The ball is at the 40-yard line of the Mustangs, and the Mustangs with their hands on their hips showing a little bit of fatigue as this big, huge, enormous offensive line of Mobile Christian has continued to come downhill. Shotgun throw in the flat. The flat is received by Weinschnecker, and he has it, and it is complete. Weinschnecker.
Okay, I dig it. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That should, that's going to give, you know, he's been flirting, Gaston has, with 300 yards. He got up to 297, then they lost 2 on one of those passes, and now he's taking it to 298. Let's see if they let him get 300.
Well, I tell you, they're in no hurry as there's 2:25 remaining. The ball's on the 36-yard line of the Mustangs. Mobile Christian leading 49-28. You hear the Leopards fans that are sitting right in front of us here at Bryant-Denny Stadium very excited as the new fresh running back Jason Todd looking to bounce to the outside. He's looking to take it to the house, and he will score, and the official. He gets knocked over at the goal line. The one who needs to call the touchdown, he does call the touchdown. And just like that, Mobile Christian extends its lead and looks to be coming back to Mobile, Alabama with some hardware that's going to be a blue of color.
There's no doubt about it. Jason Todd, I'm going to tell you what, he may be Robin to P.J. Brown's Batman, but they are both really, really good running backs.
And what they really wanted to do, he looked to bounce it to the inside between the tackles. Nothing was there. No one wrapped up, so it just bounced to the outside. And next thing you know, he scores on a 36-yard touchdown run. Jason Todd with 6 points for the Leopards. And the point after by Carter Lewis is up, and it is no good, as we see our first missed extra point of the contest. Not too many. I think that's only the second missed extra point on the season for the Leopards, as they extend that lead to 55-28 with 2:04 remaining here in the fourth quarter of this 3A state championship game.
Wow. You know, after bragging on the kicking all game long, I guess it's only fitting that he misses the extra point, but he has had a fabulous ball game.
Yeah, he really has had a fantastic game. And you look, he had been 65 out of 66 point afters entering this game, so only his second missed point after attempt the entire season. But it's not really going to matter when it boils down to it, because Mobile Christian, the Leopards lead 55-28 over the Madison Academy Mustangs. Mobile Christian 14-0, Madison Academy 14-0, and only one team is going to leave with an unblemished record here with the three. Across, reverses his field, 35, 40, stops once again, trying to cut back, 45, and he's going to get all the way to the 45-yard line. And with 1:48 remaining in the fourth quarter of play, Madison Academy will take over 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line.
I'm not sure how many return yards he has, but Jerry has over 100 yards rushing and 100 yards receiving. And I was sitting here thinking, hey, if he returns this kick all the way, how many times do you see somebody get 100 yards returning, receiving, and
you don't
rushing?
No, you don't see that type of play, as Madison Academy continues to grind it out. And you do look at the celebration on the sidelines by this Mobile Christian Leopards team. The first ever state championship in school history, getting ready to go back to Mobile, Alabama. As there's been a couple of red maps, runner-up trophies that Coach Cottrell has been able to have, but none sweeter and better than that blue map. And Coach Cottrell will be bringing that back to Mobile, Alabama. Continued running hard of Josh Williams, and Josh Williams continues to ground and pound, as Madison Academy has had a good day running the football when you look at things, Luke.
Yeah, they've been okay running the football. The problem is they've needed to pass it more, because they've been down practically the whole ball game. And look, speaking of Ken Cherry, I just want to throw this out there. He ends up with 41 kick return yards, 127 on rush, 122 on receiving. That's 290 all-purpose yards. That's pretty good. 3 touchdowns. That's a pretty good ball game.
And Josh Williams on the carry now for the Mustangs as he's able to move forward and get positive yardage, close to 7 yards, brings up 2nd down and 3 yards to go for Madison Academy. And the clock continues to wind down. 29 seconds remaining here for Mobile Christian.
Let's see if they don't have to run another play, and they may not. Doesn't look like they're going to as players begin to shake hands. So that should do it. Mobile Christian will be your 3A state champion for the first time ever as a program.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And Ronnie Cottrell has won the first ever state championship for Mobile Christian as part of the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Congratulations to the Mobile Christian Leopards winning this state championship game 55-28 over Madison Academy. A perfect season for the Leopards at 15-0. What a great job today as they came in averaging right at 41.9 points per game. Finished this one with 55, but we saw a fantastic shootout between both of these teams, and it ultimately boiled down to Mobile Christian being very explosive to begin the second half of action, bending but not breaking when Madison Academy was able to cut it to 7 points there in the third quarter and absolutely took over in the fourth quarter, outscoring Madison Academy 20-7.
Yeah, and look, again, for Mobile Christian, it wasn't just one person. I think that in the end, Gaston's going to be the MVP, but a lot of people stepped up.
We'll be right back for the trophy presentation. You're listening to the AHSAA Radio Network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Meet and visit AOTourism.com.
Communities don't just happen. They're built by people. From the big moments to the small acts of kindness. It's the authentic connections we make that define us. At Alpha Insurance, we know that every day you're building things that are worth protecting. Because for us, this is more than coverage. It's who we are. Alpha Insurance, building tomorrow together.
Here in Alabama, we love our families, our state, and we love our country. At Charleston Gas Lanterns, we use nothing but the finest materials and the purest copper. Everything we use to make our handcrafted gas and electric copper lanterns is sourced in the USA, and each lantern is built right here in Mobile. Make your home or business stand out. Located at 1800 East Service Road, I-65. Set an appointment to come by 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, the building with the large lantern on top. Or give us a call, 251-478-0072. Charleston Gas Lanterns, where being number one is not just a tradition, it's a way of life.
For a combined 50 years, SignSource has been Central Alabama's most reliable option for all of your sign needs. Custom metal, wood, or coroplast signs for your businesses or organizations, wraps or decals for your vehicle or boat, full color banners for any occasion. SignSource also provides fast, quality sign installation and service needs, including crane rentals and lighting maintenance. Check out our website at signsourcemail.com and call us at 256-825-0197. Go straight to the source, SignSource.
To commemorate this incredible accomplishment, each head coach will receive an official Wilson Championship football. Presenting this year's championship footballs is Brandon Dean, Director of the Alabama High School Athletic Directors and Coaches Association. First, from Madison Academy, head coach Bob Godse. And now, from Mobile Christian, head coach Ronnie Cottrell. Join us in congratulating both coaches for an incredible season. And now, please join us in welcoming Trent Massey and Gus Smith from Future Ones to the field, along with J.T. Lawrence, Assistant Director of the AHSAA, for the presentation of the Most Valuable Player Award. The 2023 Most Valuable Player for the Class 3A State Championship game is Damian Gatson from Mobile Christian. Here one more time for number one, Damian Gatson. At this time, we ask you please welcome Central Board member Brian Jett from District 8 to the field, along with Kim Vickers, Associate Executive Director of the AHSAA, for the presentation of the 2023 Class 3A State Championship Runner-Up Trophy. Your 2023 3A State Championship runner-up is the Madison Academy Mustangs, led by head coach Bob Godse. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, please give a warm welcome to Executive Director of the AHSAA, Alvin Briggs, and Central Board member, Dodd Hawthorns, from District 2, for the presentation of the 2023 3A State Championship Trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2023 3A State Champions are the Mobile Christian Leopards, led by head coach Ronnie Cottrell. Congratulations to the 2023 3A State Champions.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this local break.
For
Bama Sheds and Pole Barns, locally and family owned with the best customer service. Custom built to fit your needs with free delivery and setup. Design and price online or stop by and see what we can do for you. Nobody beats our prices and nobody beats our quality. Built in Alabama, made in Alabama. BamaSheds.com.
Hi, welcome to Classic 13. How can I help you? I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do you need to make an appointment? No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Hey, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to Classic 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Sweet, kicked up, and delicious. The always fresh fan favorite cheesy bacon with crispy bacon and warm cheesy sauce, and everyone loves the Southern Fried Classic. The Jack's Chicken Sandwich Trio. Come for one or all three. Only at Jack's. All about the South.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Welcome back to Bryant-Denny Stadium, and we want to thank everyone for tuning in to the 3A state championship game between the Mobile Christian Leopards and the Madison Academy Mustangs. Our final score: Mobile Christian wins its first ever state championship in the AHSAA, 55-28 over Madison Academy Mustangs. They do what's hard to do. They finished the season undefeated at 15-0. Ronnie Cottrell wins his first ever state championship here in the state of Alabama in his 8th year as head coach. And I'll tell you this, Madison Academy's Bob Godsey, nothing to hang their heads down about. A 14-1 season, battling injuries and adversity and not quitting in this game. No quit, and the Mustangs either.
No, absolutely fantastic performance by both teams. And look, in the end, only one team's going to come out on top. You had two of the most dominant programs in any classification show up today, and Mobile Christian was just a little bit better. They're a good ball club. I'm going to tell you what, I think both these teams could be here, same position next year.
Damian Gadsden, the MVP, 15 out of 20, 298 yards, 5 touchdowns. The biggest thing for Mobile Christian, no turnovers today. And you look at them being able to capitalize off of the turnovers in the first quarter, racing out to that 14-0 lead. And you look at Damian Gadsden, P.J. Brown, Jason Todd comes in, scores one late. Aaron Rodgers with a phenomenal catch. You really had so much involvement by this Mobile Christian offense. They went really deep in regards to depth, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, and just found a way to win the first ever state championship in school history in belonging to the AHSAA.
Yeah, I don't know if there'll be any moon pies throws, but there should be a parade down in Mobile tonight.
Absolutely, the first ever blue map coming to Mobile Christian, and congratulations to Ronnie Cottrell and his undefeated Mobile Christian Leopards, the 3A state champions here in the state of Alabama, and we want to congratulate them. Don't forget, coming up next, we do have 1A state championship action. The defending state champion Leroy Bears take on Coosa Christian. That ought to be a phenomenal game as well. And for Luke Robinson, I'm Corey LeBounty. Want to thank everyone for tuning in here to the 3A state championship game on the AHSAA radio network.
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and
We'll be back with more of the AHSAA Super 7 after this network break.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply, locally owned and operated with over 30 years of experience, is very involved in giving back to our community. Our employees offer top-notch customer service with superior product knowledge, no matter the size of the job. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply have you covered.
Experience and knowledge from the pros. Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply.
Before you buy your next new vehicle, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com. For the best prices on pre-owned vehicles, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
I'm Brad at Larry Puckett Chevrolet. To find your next car, truck, or SUV, visit us at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
For the best prices and huge inventory, visit LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.
Be sure to like our Larry Puckett Chevrolet Facebook page. Who knows, you could be our next winner.
Save time and save money at LarryPuckettChevrolet.com.